Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Ohio State Buckeyes hosted the Minnesota Golden Gophers at the Shot last night. It took overtime to get the job done, but the Buckeyes were able to pull out an 82-74 victory. The Bucs will be in action again Friday night on the road against the team up north. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock right here on The Fan. The Columbus Blue Jackets were also at home. They were going for their fifth straight win, but failed to do so, losing to Ottawa 4-1. The Blue Jackets have a quick turnaround as they'll be on home ice tomorrow versus the Dallas Stars. You can catch that game on The Fan. Coverage begins at 6:30. And finally, the Big Ten announced yesterday the Buckeyes will travel to Bloomington to play the defending national champion Indiana Hoosiers on October 17th. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, improving health, eating better, losing weight. Have you started your New Year's goal? Visit awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning. Go to hell. How are you doing, bud?
I am doing well. You know, I had a moment yesterday. So, you know, Tuesday nights I do basketball. I take my girls to basketball.
Yeah.
And we get there, right? So we at the house getting ready, and they're all excited about, yes, basketball. So we get in the car. We pull up to the place. Now, the place is literally like, I would say realistically, like 8 minutes away from my house.
Okay.
In those 8 minutes, my youngest, Milani, tries to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And I look at her like, nah, you can't, no.
Uh-huh.
So getting her out the car was a fight because she's like, I'm tired. I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, Joe, you are like, the crazy thing is you're like good. You just don't want to admit that you're good. Mm-hmm. So we get out there, we get on the floor, and the other kids are warming up, and Milani decides, I'm not doing it. So she stands to the side. So, okay, well, all right, if you tired, go sit down on the bench. Just, you know, whatever. It is what it is. My oldest is out there. After we get done doing the warm-up, we get to the drills. Now, all of a sudden, my youngest is interested and she wants to do this stuff.
That's how it goes.
All right, cool. So, as I'm watching this go on, I figured my 2 kids out. My oldest is one that is going to truly work hard at something. She's like, if she like it, she's going to dedicate herself and she's going to work hard. My youngest is naturally gifted and she's lazy.
Well,
and I ain't going for it.
How old is your youngest?
She's 3, but that's not the point.
Come on.
That's not the point.
She's not, I mean,
you gotta listen. You gotta let it die early. You can't let this linger. You gotta nip it in the bud early.
Nip it in the bud. Get that on a shirt. We need a nip it in the bud shirt, and we need it to be fair.
Sometimes you know their mentalities and personalities early, T-Bone. They grow out of some of them, but some of them they have since Jump Street.
Yeah, that is fair. But I also think at some point it's like if she's sleepy and tired. She
woke up. She was fine.
All right. So she didn't want to go. So then she does. She gets out there.
And she was fine.
Great. All right.
She was fine. But it's like she's lazy.
Or she's 3. You know what? Let's just say jury is out on her yet. As far as if she's lazy or 3.
I want her to work hard like my oldest.
That's good. I'm excited for when she's 5 and she's working in a mine, and you're just like, well, why not? This is you got to get a job.
Got to start them young.
She's got to earn the keep. That's right.
If she's going to make it to the WNBA, Bone, it's got to start now.
Well, hey, you know what? If she does, I'm going to be first in line begging for tickets. I
told Coach McGuff like 3 years ago, like I got a 1 and a 2 guard.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. Get them going. They do that. I mean, you're taking them to basketball. That's good. You working on the left hand? Because that's the one.
Working on left dribbling.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Get that. Because they all are like, oh, I can dribble, and they can just dribble with their right hand. It's like, no. Gotta get it both ways.
You gotta make them like LeBron. Naturally left-handed, but shoots right-handed.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, okay. That's make it real. That's actually Kyrie like that too. But I think that I want my kids to be like, you ever go to these camps like and watch these kids, and it's always that one kid that's just head and shoulders above everybody else, and it's just unfair.
Yeah,
that's how I want my girls.
Well, that's a high standard. That's
now because they already taller than everybody out there, which is ridiculous.
And then mom played basketball.
Exactly.
Dad was a star athlete. So you got the genetics are there. They got the height,
and it'd be when you get that lined up like that. That's when the kid wasted every time.
Actually, now you say this,
they go wasted.
Those are the kids I used to get so mad at when I was 5'0" trying to play basketball, and I got all these dudes who are like 6'3" who are like, I don't know, maybe I'll play volleyball. I'm not really sure. It's just like, get in the gym, man. Shoot some hoops. Touch rim. What are we doing?
You see what?
Like
you started to catch my frustration.
Me. I'll come harass your kids. Now that you say that, you're right. They got all the talent in the world. This is what they should be hearing. Not even WNBA, NBA. Crossover. Make them get there. First ones ever. Break the mold. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Tyvis, I'll help you.
I'm pretty sure that kid that's better than all the other kids at the early age, there's like a 75% chance that they hate their parents in 20 years.
It's exactly true.
So just keep that in mind.
That's not true.
It's very
not true at all.
It's very true. There's like a documented, go look up child actors and how their relationships are with their parents. Go look up, there was a dude, Jack Johnson, used to play for the Jackets. He just retired. Jack Johnson had to literally fight his parents. They took all his money and everything. It was bad.
Well, that's different.
No, but they drove him so hard because they wanted the cash. They wanted the money.
Well, that's the thing. I
know you don't, but you're driving.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for them.
You can drive a wedge. Got to be careful.
Not gonna drive a wedge.
Good. You never know.
I got to see the matchup. So my wife was dribbling and she was teaching all the kids how to play defense. So I recorded it. And I said, this matchup in 10 years is going to be epic.
There you go.
But for now, your wife is crossing over your kids and making them fall down.
No, because she wouldn't do that because then I'm going to step in and then I got to be the bully.
Uh-huh.
She ain't going to do my kids. She ain't going to do my baby girls like that.
Oh, wait a second.
She ain't going to do my baby girls like that.
Just wait until they get old enough where they cook dad. They're going to cook you.
That's never going to happen. I'm going to tell you that.
What happened to the baby girl talk? What happened to all that?
Oh, no. If you go against me in competition, I'm going to treat you like you LeBron James. I'm going for it.
Well, good news for the Jackets last night. The annual Elvis illness happened yesterday. So he started the game, then got sick, had to be pulled after 2 goals went in against him, I believe. But it was an illness-related thing. Here's Rick Bowness talking about that. Jackets lose 4-1, by the way.
Yes, we did this morning, but he wanted to give it a go. He said he felt a little bit better. But listen, he's been playing really well, and the guy comes to you and says, I want to play. You let him play. And it didn't work out, so we'll keep him away from the team tomorrow. We'll worry about Thursday on Thursday, but I give him credit for trying to play. He's a fighter. When a player comes to you, I want to play. I know I'm not 100%, but, again, we're in January. If you're feeling 100% out there, you haven't played hard enough. It's as simple as that. If you're not banged up a little bit in January, then you haven't played hard enough. So the guy's banged that he was sick, let him play.
Find someone in life who looks at you the same way Rick Bowness looks at Elvis Merzlikins. Because, I get it. You played well the last 2 games. They won. That's fine. But also, Jet Greaves is your starter.
Right.
We know he's the future. We know that Elvis is not. It's great that this has been good for Elvis's confidence, but you had a legit reason to not play him yesterday. He's ill, and you're like, no, we're going to throw him out anyway. And then he said the slow start killed. Now, to be fair, wasn't on goaltending last night. Jackets had, I don't know if everybody had the flu or whatever Elvis has, but there was no energy with that team last night. So, terrible. Terrible effort.
They was coming off of a high,
Yeah, they definitely did.
I'm not going to be mad at him for trying to ride the hot hand.
No.
Right now.
I thought you were going to say I'm not going to be mad at Elvis. I'm not mad at Elvis for letting to go.
No, I'm going to talk about Elvis. I'm talking about Bones.
I can be mad at him because the hot hand was sick.
The hot hand was hot.
The hot hand has phlegm on it. He's like,
he was hot.
I want to go.
He said, he asked him straight up, can you go? And he said, yeah, I'm going to ride the hot hand until I can. Now, after the first goal, I would have been like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
sure you're all right? Yeah. Look, the reality is Elvis was sick. He gets sick every year. You got to be aware of that. I know Bones is new and he's not aware of that, but it's a known thing every year that Elvis is going to have an illness that keeps him out for a few games. That's just a thing that happens. And meanwhile, you have Jack Greaves probably sitting there chewing on nails, ready to go. I mean, unless he's hurt or something that we don't know about. I mean, I'm not sure why this is happening, but for me, it's like I would have maybe just said, Elvis, you got a good excuse to not play you. You're the hot hand. We want you to keep being the hot hand. However, you're not feeling well. But that, again, was not the main issue. The main issue was Jackets just – they let one of the worst penalty kills in the NHL shut them down on power play last night. You can't have that happen. It's just not a good thing. So, yeah, bad effort from them last night. Bad everything from the Jackets. Hopefully they can regroup.
I'm about to say they better.
Back on the ice, Thursday, I believe? Is the next?
What's the day?
Yes.
Yeah,
tomorrow
Thursday.
against the Stars.
There you go. And then I know Saturday night to play in Tampa at home as well. That's the big 25th anniversary celebration.
Tampa's back to being Tampa, so.
We will talk with Matthew Olivier coming up at 8:30 about the game and everything else and what's going on with the Jackets. We'll get into all that with him coming up at 8:30. We come back though. What are the odds for the Buckeyes' chances next year to get back to the national championship and win it all? We'll tell you what Vegas thinks. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. We are starting to see traffic pick up just a little bit for our friends in New Albany, but it's not a shocker right now. It is pretty typical. On 161 eastbound, just passing 62 and closer to Beach Road, already down to 26 miles per hour this morning. But hey, much better for our friends in Groveport. 270 in both directions, looking great, even 33. And then westbound direction by Gender Road, no problems out there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your Fan traffic.
If you win playing the new Ultimate $5 million scratch-off, you don't have to tell anyone. But there will be signs. Signs like courtside seats. Signs like a water slide attached to your bedroom. Signs like upgrading your clunker to something less clunky. With over $200 million in prizes and the best odds in Ohio history to win $5 million, this is your sign to play the Ultimate $5 million scratch-off. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Do you hate holiday pictures because of your teeth?
What if a brand new smile was possible?
No matter what the current state of your mouth.
Welcome to Runyon Dental Group, home of the Implant and Smile Center,
where gorgeous, healthy smiles become a reality.
At Runyon, we've built a team of some of the most highly trained arch and implant doctors in the entire nation. This isn't an ordinary dental practice.
We believe that everyone can have a great smile.
Including you, especially you. Your new smile is waiting at Runyon Dental Group.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply and app only.
New year, new you, new truck from Germain Toyota of Columbus, and the deals are built tough. Drive home the all-new 2026 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% financing for up to 48 months. Need more muscle? The 2026 Toyota Tundra delivers with 2.99% financing for up to 72 months, or take $3,000 in customer cash. Germain Toyota has the truck and the deal you've been waiting for. Shop today at Germain Toyota of Columbus, where selection, value, and trust come standard. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Common Man and Timmy.
So I doubled up on my Prozac, and I'm feeling very strange.
Wow, that could make for an interesting 3 hours.
Common Man and Timmy, Afternoons on the Fan, is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start the day off with temperatures in the teens and 20s with overcast skies, and then we'll see scattered rain and snow showers on and off throughout the day, otherwise cloudy and breezy with highs in the upper 30s. For tonight, cloudy becoming partly cloudy overnight with breezy winds and our lows in the 20s, and then for Thursday, mostly sunny skies and still breezy with highs right around freezing. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, one of the worst feelings is to be cold in your own house, especially in the wintertime. You crank the heat up, you put a blanket on, you're like, I'm still cold. That could be because you have those old windows that came with the house, whether it's an older house or maybe it's a newer house but just has builder grade windows. You can get better windows that can be more energy efficient for your home, and you can get those from my friends at Window Nation. They have got a great deal for you right now. This month, it's Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale going on right now. Great time to replace all the windows in your home. Window Nation will come in. They do a 20-point inspection on every window before they install it in your house, and all their technicians are highly trained in this. The most of their crews have over 15 years of experience installing these windows. They can get the job done in about a day or less. Plus, with Window Nation, you could even get 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. So great windows, saves you money in the long term. You can also get them with a really great deal right now. Buy 4, get 4 from Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate right now. WindowNation.com is the place to go. Don't put it off. Get it done today. WindowNation.com.
You ever heard of Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum when they was with the Trailblazers?
Oh, yes. C.J.'s, I believe, an Ohio guy.
He is. I think he's from Canton.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, last night, if you watch men's basketball, the Ohio State team, Junie Mobley and Bruce Thornton, Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum, them two dudes right now, they might have figured something out, T-Bone.
I'll tell you what. You know, my thing this year has been get Bruce to the tourney, because that Bruce Thornton has been here for 4 years. He should go to the NCAA tournament. The fact this program has been where it is over the last 4 years sucks, but his loyalty, my admiration for him is off the charts. However, Junie Mobley is apparently joined the train of, yes, let's get Bruce to the tourney, because those two guys are the type that if you have those performances. Last night, what did Junie have, like 28 points?
26.
Okay, 26 points.
28 against UCLA.
That's right.
Over the weekend.
But over the weekend, how many threes did he hit? I want to say 6.
6 of 12. Last night, 5 of 11.
Yeah, but what was he doing a lot last night, especially in the second half? He was driving to the basket, getting fouled, getting in the lane, making teardrops, making floaters. Like, his game has evolved so much to where he's had that. You've seen it in like flourishes, but now you're actually seeing him drive to the lane and play that game. And then Bruce is Bruce. He's always going to be consistent. Again, just poured in I don't want to say a quiet 20 points that he had, 20-plus points
23.
That he had. Yeah, but he for sure was there when they needed him. He got big buckets when he needed to, but he wasn't like, just taking over the whole game. He was very good, as he always is. Those two guys playing like that night in, night out, you can make a run in a tournament setting if everybody else gives you, like, just replacement level basketball.
Devin Royal threw in 16 points.
Yes.
That's great for him.
Kristof Tilly, 11.
Well,
fouled out. He had a nice little and one before he went out.
No. Tyvis, we were trying to be positive.
No,
because you said Devin Royal, and it's like Devin Royal offensively was okay. Devin Royal defensively is, I don't know, man. And Christoph Tilley is even worse. Like that, they have to figure out how to.
We knew this.
Teams go with Christoph Tilley, and I said this.
Well, you knew this. We said this
in November.
Yeah.
We said this man's going to foul out of every Big Ten basketball game because he can't stay off these guys. He's 7 feet tall, but he is not a rim protector.
Not at all.
And they expose him.
I said that back in November. I said for him to be successful, he's got to match whatever they big do. If they big give them 20, he's got to be 20 on the offensive side because defensively, it's not going to happen. He ain't stopping nobody.
Well, and then you have, I don't want to single him out too much because he is a freshman, and Amari Bynum's been really good.
Yeah, he had a goose egg. Goose egg.
I had to check. I'm watching the game, and I'm like, he's out there, right? It's like, yeah, no, he's there. He played 22 minutes.
And usually one of his dunks are like send energy through the building, and he, so took one shot.
The good news is, that was a weird game too because the Buckeyes got out twice, like first half, second half. They came out of the locker room and got up like 8 or 10 point run right off the gate, and then Minnesota came back.
Yeah, that 2 minutes left in the second half. Woo! It was a bang. I'm talking about we scored, they scored. We scored, they scored.
It was a fantastic basketball game, but it was maddening to watch because I'm like, this Minnesota team is not good. We shouldn't be in this type of game with this team. But fortunately, they got to the overtime. What happened again? Buckeyes got out and ran on early and then had the big lead and held it.
Big Colin White, coast to coast.
Oh, yeah. I did not know he was even physically capable of getting a steal and going coast to coast and doing that, but let him live.
Hit him with the Aki layup, too.
Do you want me to be positive or negative boat on that?
Here you go.
But I have a fear that's going to mean like an increase in playing time for him, and I don't think that's ultimately where we need to go. But, yeah, give us a little bit of spark like that off the bench. Great. We've been asking for bench contributions.
Right.
The 3 guys who played totaled 6 points. Like, again, Ugovich is another guy that it's just like, dude, you're 7 feet tall.
He get the board. He get boards.
What game are you watching? He had boxed out.
He had 9 of them.
Yes, and he could have had 20 of them if he'd have boxed out. God, and he getting blocked by guys who are 6'5". 6'5" dudes blocking you. All right.
Whoa, he had 9
they
of
won.
them, man.
Hey, they won 82-74. The way I'm talking about it, but I'm telling you, like, Friday's coming. And Friday, you play Michigan. And that is on the road, and that is going to be tough. So we will see how much they've improved. But, hey, the team you just beat, because we know transitive property of sports always works out, especially in college, they smoked UCLA, right? And then what did UCLA go out and do?
Beat Purdue.
They beat Purdue last night. Top 5 team. And angry Mick Cronin was out there as soon as the game was over. Was he angry at his team? No, he was angry at the Big Ten for making him play all these road games. But whatever. So, like, clearly you've got some talent on this team. You're clearly playing with some good teams. So let's see what you can do against Michigan. Hopefully it looks pretty good.
I'm going to be honest. When Tyvis brought up a great overtime game in the Buckeye State last night, I thought he was going Miami of Ohio versus Kent State.
Dude,
ranked Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, good for Miami. And by the way, I you know what? The other Miami keeps losing in championship games. We should be calling them Miami of Florida. Miami, the one that's here in this state, I think was around before that was even a university down at Miami. So, yeah, the Red Hawks getting the job done. Undefeated. What are they, 20-0 now?
Something like
that.
20-0, 8-0 in the MAC.
Yeah, let's go. I like it. And you know what? I hope those guys continue to. I don't care if you can say, it's against the MAC. Who cares? They're undefeated. What are we talking about? That's great. So, yeah, good story for them.
You going to pick them in the tournament?
No.
You ain't gonna
maybe an upset. Maybe
that's
one.
what I said. One upset.
Maybe one. But, yeah, let's hope that's more than a one-bid league. Because if you go, I would hope that even if they don't win their conference tournament, I would hope they still get in. But I haven't looked at the bracketology I've been more worried about Ohio State's bracketology.
If they don't win the MAC, it's a shame.
Oh, well, that is true. All right, what are the odds saying for the Buckeyes as far as getting back to the national championship next year in football? Well, right now, according to FanDuel, they have the Buckeyes as the odds-on favorite to make it back. Them, along with Notre Dame, are both 13-2 odds to make it next year. Or I don't know, will Notre Dame, if they don't get to the national championship, will they then boycott the playoffs if they're not getting the preferred seeding? Is next year when that kicks in that they get to go if they're just in the top 12 no matter what?
Yep.
Okay, great. So they're good for them. So they've got the best odds. Indiana's next at 7-1 odds. Texas is 15-2 odds. So what is that? Like almost like 7.5 to 1 or
Dylan
whatever.
already put the bet in.
Oregon's, I'm sure you did on that. Oregon is 9-1. Georgia's 11-1. LSU is 14-1. Texas A&M 15-1. Texas Tech 16-1. And Miami, the one down in Florida, 19-1 odds to win the national championship. Those are the top 10 odds getters. Not in the top 10 odds getters. Just pointing this out. Bama not in the top 10. Ole Miss, Auburn, Tennessee. It's good that finally we're starting to catch up with the SEC. Not all of them, right? But like Bama not being in the top 10 for odds next year to make it and win the national championship.
Put a smile on your face.
It's a little bit of a corrective action, doesn't it feel like? It's a little bit of a market correction now.
Well, they're going to have a quarterback. I think he'd be a true sophomore. Didn't really play a lot this year because of Ty Simpson. So, like, he's got to figure that out. Now, he was good.
Well,
he was good when he in his little couple snaps that we seen of him in that last game. But now you're talking about a whole year. You got to replace players. You done lost two edge rusher and a defensive tackle to Ohio State.
Yeah, right.
and a corner.
I guess it is fair. Like when they were the farm team for the Yankees, the Clippers would never have been getting like top odds to win the World Series because it was impossible. But I guess that's what Bama's become, is the farm team for Ohio State. So that's very good. Although I say like the bettors have learned and they're not going completely in on the SEC, they are still going in on LSU at like top 10 odds for LSU, who's done nothing last year and was terrible.
They got Sam Levitt.
Yeah, they have a new coach.
Yeah, look what Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss team did in the playoffs.
Look what they did without him, more specifically, right?
He built it, though.
Yeah, okay. That's good. I'm just saying.
He built it.
I'm just saying he hasn't even coached a down of football there. I know he's coached plenty in the SEC, and he's got all his transfer guys, but they have him 14-1. And then Texas A&M. Every damn year, we got to put them in the top 10.
Well, that's because they got Marcel Reed. They got the quarterback.
What'd he do the last time we saw him?
How did he do against that Miami defense?
He looked bad.
Looked awful.
He looked bad, but I think he's going to bounce back. He's trying to be a top pick in the draft next year.
I think we should refer to Alabama from now on as AAA Tuscaloosa.
I like it. That's great.
You're hilarious.
We went there years ago. We were driving back from Destin because we were taking the kids, and we drove down to Destin, Florida. We liked that little spot. But on the way back, I insisted that we detoured through Tuscaloosa because I wanted to see, the stadium and all that stuff. And so when we got there, they have all the statues of some of the coaches there. Obviously, Bear Bryant. They have a Nick Saban statue. And so I went up to the Nick Saban statue.
Did you worship it?
No. I had my 11 Warriors dry goods. I had my T-shirt that is the play diagram of Zeke's touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
85 yards through the heart of the South.
Yeah.
Paul Keel's on the call.
I
had the shirt on, and I stood right next to it, and I got a picture of me smiling with Nick Saban. He didn't know. He's the statue. But I got the picture taunting him. And it was great. It felt awesome. So I'll do it again. I hope we get a chance. I hope we play Alabama in the national championship game again and beat them again.
I think after next season, we play them in the regular season.
That's right. Yeah, they got a home. For now,
I think it's a home.
For now, until everyone chickens out of that, because we don't need to play those. They're going to look at Kurt Cignetti and say, why play these games? Kurt Cignetti didn't, and they won. And they won the national. They were great. So maybe that will become the norm. I don't know.
85 yards to the heart of the South is a great reminder that offense really carried that 2014 national championship.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, it's a good point you make there. It's really about that offense. I can't even remember who played defense on that national championship team. Honestly,
I hate y'all.
A lot of no-name guys.
I hate y'all.
Our changes coming to the NFL schedule. You'll hear from one NFL owner who says yes in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Wednesday. For our friends that live in Madison County, it is getting a little bit slower on 40 eastbound, 42 to 270. It'll take you 16 minutes, so if you can, take 70 eastbound to head downtown this morning. As for those in Delaware County, do know it's also slower on 23 south between 36 to 270. 71 southbound, definitely the way to go right now. 36 to 270, taking you 9 minutes. A lot better commute right there in the green. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Bats R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. on time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome and that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. And that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
I have incarceration tickets to give away sometime this hour. Be listening for your chance to win. Incarceration coming to Mansfield July 17th through 19th. It is, of course, a rock and tattoo festival. The lineup is always awesome. This year, Limp Bizkit headlining Sunday, Bad Omens on Saturday, Disturbed on Friday. There's tons of other bands, too. Find out more at incarceration.com. But sometime this hour, we will give away a pair of passes for the entire weekend, 3 days. I forget how many bands it is, but it's at least 60 bands. I forget. It's a ton. There's like 20 bands a day. So, yeah, you should have a good time there if you win those tickets and if you like having music, which I do. Tyvis loves having music, too. He just doesn't know it yet.
Tyvis, did you listen to Limp Bizkit on Monday?
I told you I listened to Kept Rolling. Now, it was whatever the other song you told me to listen to.
Break Stuff.
Yeah.
Break Stuff is good.
That's the one I was in here bobbing to. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
What was the one I told you to listen to? There is one that I like from them that's I forget.
Dang it.
What? I know I have it off the top of my head. I can't remember what it was, but it's a song that's basically like your mouse writing checks that your ass can't cash. Oh, man. Why am I blanking on the name of that song?
Cole did text me during the show, and he said if I ever get a speeding ticket,
Nookie's great.
I promise you I had Take a Look Around playing in my car while I was driving. So apparently that'll make you speed.
Cole said, he doesn't listen. He said he doesn't know any Limp Bizkit other than that song. But that if he's speeding,
TLC.
That's the song he listens to.
He quit on his workout yesterday.
Oh, man.
Yeah, where was his dad when he was 3? Shaming him. That's probably the problem. His dad should have shamed him more when he was 3 years old.
Cole said that they was going 7 to 8. He went with Nicole and Kristen to do the heated thing.
Yeah.
They did Pilates. I did Scope. They did Pilates.
He said Pilates was worse?
He said he got through 50 minutes of it. 10 minutes left, he got up and walked out. Said he couldn't take it no more. He said that if I can finish the whole class, I can have the W because it's too much.
There you go. That is a quitter's mentality. 10 minutes left.
That's what I
10 minutes? Come on, Cole.
Let me defend him real quick because I was talking with TLC. He was coming into the building as I was leaving yesterday, and I saw him. I said, I heard the workout didn't go well. And he goes, yeah. He's like, here's the thing. I'm in there with a lot of mostly women, and it's him and then a bunch of women. And he said, if I throw up during this class, which he thought there was like a more than 20% chance that was going to happen, he's like, I can never show my face there again. So I had to play the long game. I wanted to stay in this class. I want to be able to come back. So taking the L that day means eventually he can go back. So I respect the strategy. It makes if you throw up. He said he felt like he was going to throw up.
Would you rather be the dude that puked or the dude that quit?
Oh, the dude that quit.
Okay.
Because you get sick. Oh no.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
You want to be the guy who they like. Listen,
I'm just saying he's probably not getting laid either way. If he messed it up for himself.
Wow.
Those women gonna think he can't hang.
Exactly.
He'll quit.
No, but if he shows back up the next day, that shows he's not going to give up on you. He's not
showing showing up the next day?
He'll come back. He said yes. He's not gonna. He said if he threw up, he could never show his face there again, which makes total sense.
They already think that they have more physical prowess and cardio than he does. So why are they trying to bag
You guys think that all women are like, oh man, I need someone who's much stronger and fitter than me? And there's a lot of women out there who are just like, nah, I'm good with being the alpha in the relationship, and that's fine. There's a lot of those relationships. You should see it. They work out great. They're fine. I may be in one of them myself. Robert Kraft, he was talking about the NFL schedule. I'm going to play you unedited Robert Kraft. This was from what is the sports station in Boston? 98.5? Is it the Sports Hub? Maybe?
Yeah, that was the one.
Whatever the Boston sports station is, the big one that has all the racist hosts. Yeah, anyway, they had Robert Kraft on. Here's Robert Kraft. This is Robert Kraft at normal. This is unedited. This is what Robert Kraft sounds like now.
I want to tell you guys, though, we're going to push like the Dickens now to make international more important with us. Every team will go to...
Okay. It goes like that for a minute and a half. It is so slow. This is no joke. Dylan and I debated whether we should even play this audio because of how slow it was. And I said, why don't we try speeding it up like double speed, okay? This is what it sounds like at double speed.
You look at the size of our crowds versus the other sports, and it's really, and we had that Amazon game on
Thursday. That was a little too much.
Oh, that's not it's not bad though.
Well, okay, but here's the thing.
It's a lot better than what that first one was. This
is like 1.5 speed, so not double speed, but 1.5 speed. This is like if you have an audiobook, you can change the speed on it. This is where I would dial in Robert Kraft, is like at 1.5 speed. This is edited audio. But this actually sounds like a normal human being. Here is Robert Kraft talking about the NFL schedule.
I want to tell you guys, though, we're going to push like the Dickens now to make international more important with us. Every team will go to 18-2, and eliminate one of the preseason games. And every team every year will play one game overseas. And part of the reason is so we can continue to grow the cap and keep our labor happy, because we're sort of getting near the top here, with the coverage. 93 of the top 100 programs on television are NFL games. Right. Think about that. It's really amazing. And
so there's Robert.
There's no way that you really sped that up.
I want to tell you guys, though,
this is regular.
Push like the Dickens now to make international more important with us. Every team will go to 18-2.
This is the first time I would ever openly advocate that someone start cocaine. Like this man needs to be on the stuff, not get off of it. Everyone else should be working to get off. That's unlistenable. We sped him up a 1.25 or 1.5. And this is what
I want to tell you guys, though, we're going to.
That's a human. That sounds normal.
I sped him up 25%. I've never sped anything up more than 5%.
Yeah, in the broadcast world, we don't do that because that's not fair.
Right.
It's journalistically but I wanted to give you all the heads up from an ethical standpoint. We edited that audio because otherwise I think you all would have driven off the road. But the essence of what Robert Kraft is actually saying is they want to go to 18 games, and they're blaming the players for it.
He need to listen to break stuff before he do interviews. He ain't hyped up enough.
In that malaise of bore that you just heard, he did say they want to go to 18 and they want to go international every week. Like every team go to one international game, which means they would have 16 of them now. Like that's where they want to head to because there's too much. He said that we've capped how much 93 of the 100 programs that are most watched on TV every year are the NFL. They have no more market growth in the U.S., essentially. They are maxing out what they can do here. So the next step is go international. So they're basically going to tell the players, if you want more money, you're going to have to play more games, and you're going to have to go international.
Well, they're going to end up probably making an international division.
Oh, I think eventually we'll get to that, too. Eventually we'll get to that, too.
Get you 4 teams over there, and you know what? While you over there, just play all of them while you over there.
Yeah, that's
kind of how you probably do that because they want to. Obviously, they're so intrigued of trying to get on an international level, and they're trying to get everybody to play at least one game over there now. So you might as well just get a division, which would be difficult because now you're talking about 36 quarterbacks where you can't even get 32 good quarterbacks. It's like maybe roughly 20 of them that's like really legit good.
I was gonna say 10.
Dang.
Yeah, man. There's of the guys
10? Like legit? Hold on, let me go.
I mean,
look.
we don't have time to do it now. But
when they did the preseason top 10 that we talked about, it was like Baker and CJ Stroud at 10 and 11. Like,
yeah, right. No, but I mean, I'm saying like the guys. How many guys are there in the league? And we'll have to maybe we come back and talk about this, or we'll figure it out in the break. But how many guys could we actually say can sit back and like go up to the line of scrimmage like Phillip Rivers was doing this year? Where he walks up, he's calling out things, he's pointing out things, he's moving guys around, he's moving a tight end to the right spot. How many guys are actually doing that? And how many guys are walking up and going,
I count
and
six,
clapping?
I got
like
16. 16 and a possible.
Okay.
16 and a possible.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's like barely half the league
that are competent
starting NFL quarterbacks, let alone great or any good. We'll come back. A dirty, rotten cheater is getting into the Hall of Fame. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are noticing a new crash just south of Westerville. It's happening on Westerville Road, State Route 3 in that southbound direction at Club Drive. But right before you get on 270, that ramp out there, that right lane is currently blocked. We do have 2 cop cars on scene. So if you're passing that area, just make sure to merge towards the left if you can to avoid it as much as possible. We also have some backups really developing on 33 in that westbound direction. Gender Road to 270 will take you 6 minutes already this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
So let's talk price, Wilson.
Let's talk about the price, Bob.
I hear it a lot. Leslie, aren't Pella windows a bit more expensive?
The actual retail price is.
But we're not. We've got 5 different window lines for the $300,000 to the $3 million home. All are Pella Elite.
Oh, so when I get on the show, I'm going to have to bid lower. That'll come in super handy someday.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Below freezing? Fire up the grill at Billiards Plus. The grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Truck drivers, no matter where you want to take your career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Looking for more reliability on the road? Check out our new dedicated and regional van truckload opportunities. Don't miss out. Find your perfect driving job today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted Best Credit Union for the past 8 years in a row. With personalized service and excellent products, BMI FCU is ready to help with all your banking needs. Visit BMIFCU.org to open an account today.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively, and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Why settle for a cold burrito when you can get toasted at Hothead Burritos? Crispy golden on the outside, perfectly melted cheese on the inside. Create your burrito, quesadilla, or bowl and get it toasted at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
It's 2026, the year you achieve your health goals. The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like chew this gum and it grows new teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I got something for you. The question is this. If you can tell me which of these bands is really playing at incarceration and which one isn't, the first one who gets that right, 614-821-9710, you will win a pair of 3-day passes to Incarceration that is coming to the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, July 17th through 19th. Tyvis, you ready to play this game?
I am.
Destruction of Normality.
Okay.
Or Hatebreed. Which one is the real band that is playing at Incarceration? Destruction of Normality or Hatebreed? If you know, 614-821-9710. Good luck. The tickets could be yours.
Destruction of Normality
is
the real one.
Dang. No. Hatebreed. Legends of Northeastern Hardcore.
Never heard of them.
Hatebreed? Big. Big deal. Jamie Josta. Big deal. Those guys have been dude.
I need to get out more. You
that's
know
okay.
that?
No. They're just I mean, their shows are interesting, but they have every show, every concert they go to, they do like a shirt that has like something to do with that local area. So
okay. So this ain't like the one band that people wear the white shirts because they be spraying the stuff.
No, that's Guar.
Yeah,
no,
it's not like that.
No,
okay.
But Hatebreed is playing at Incarceration.
I want to go see Guar just to see this happen.
You should. We should all go.
I'm going to be all the way in the back, but I just want to see it.
No, they like decapitate people. It's great.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, let me see that in the back.
No, let's see it right up front. I went to Drink the Blood. Let's go.
They was at what's the festival?
Sonic Temple?
Yeah, they was there last year.
Yeah, they were.
Are they coming back this year?
I don't know. I didn't look to double check if they were or not. But you can. Don't worry, they're still touring. So let's go. Let's go to their bar. They have a bar, I think, in Richmond, Virginia. I want to say is where they're from. They have a bar that has all their old props in it. You can go in there and drink.
Do they serve lemonade?
Probably.
Okay.
It has blood in it, though. Is that all right?
No, it's not. Okay. Are you crazy?
Right. Tyvis, stop trying to get me off the subject.
All right, let me lock in.
Let's focus, because we got to talk about an A+, grade A, cheating-ass cheater who's now going to the Hall of Fame, going to Cooperstown. The call came in yesterday. Carlos Beltran, rot in hell. I hate him. I can't stand this man.
He played for your favorite team.
Yes, he did. He played for the New York Mets, and I can't stand him. Now, I hate him for a number of reasons. Let's be clear.
Hate is a strong word.
I can say it because I hate him. Can you fire him for cause? Yes, because I hate him. Yes, I would fire him if I could. But here's the thing. On the actual merits of his resume, he should get in, no questions asked. He is one of 5 guys, I believe.
I know a bunch of people that's like that.
Well, right. He's one of 5 players I want to see in Major League Baseball history who has over 400 home runs and over 300 stolen bases. Certainly that alone should qualify you. He was one of the best players when he played at his position, right? Center field. So let him live. Great. The other guy who's getting in, by the way, also deserved on the resume is Andrew Jones. Former Brave, legendary player. He deserves to get in too. Great. Now, back to Carlos Beltran. A lot of people said maybe this guy shouldn't get in, given when the trash can time was happening with the Astros.
Yeah.
He was in like his second stint with them because obviously he played for them a year in 2004, I want to say, and had a monster postseason for them. But then he went on to play for the Mets, more on that in a second, and then he eventually went out other places, started with the Royals, great career. But when he was with the trash can team in Houston, he was one of the main voices in that clubhouse who was like, oh, yeah, we should definitely do that plan. We should definitely bang on that trash can. If you're not going to let the steroid guys in, how can you let the steroid guys? At least it's like, hey, he might have hit a few more home runs than he normally would have, but he didn't know what pitches were coming. This guy was literally helping orchestrate a cheating scandal that should have gotten a World Series ripped away from this team. Instead, they got virtually no punishment, and now he gets to go celebrate and be in the Hall of Fame. Screw you, dude. You shouldn't be in there.
Well, one, I just hate, before I get to him, I just hate that there are certain people that's being punished for never even taking steroids, and his name is Mark McGwire.
Oh, my
but that's another story for another day. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Mark McGwire. He ain't take no steroids, but for some odd reason, he can't get in. But that's neither here nor there.
Jose Canseco says he injected him himself. Right? And
you believe Jose Canseco?
Yeah, because he ratted on himself. So he just took everyone down with him.
That's right.
No, that's loser talk there.
Loser talk.
Exactly. To your point, though, McGwire and Sosa saved baseball. No one was giving a damn about baseball in 1998 until the home run race happened. I'd say give the steroid guys their own wing in the Hall of Fame. Sure. It would be the most visited wing in the Hall of Fame if you put up the steroid guys there.
If you ask people who's the best baseball player, like not outside of Shohei right now, they say unanimously it would be Barry Bonds.
Yes. And McGwire and Sosa.
Barry Bonds would be everybody's answer because it was unbelievable.
Well, and don't get me wrong. I'm very much mad at the fact that Barry Bonds, if he had just stayed off the stuff, would have been a no-doubt Hall of Famer. Roger Clemens, I'm pretty sure would have been, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, he took steroids later in his career, but before he ever, as far as we know, got involved with steroids, he was in a no-doubt Hall of Fame career trajectory, right? That's what bugs me about those guys, is they had all the tools and they should have just left it alone. They would have been in no problem. But because they did that, it tainted their legacy.
I think they should legalize it. You know why?
Why?
Because baseball was at its peak when you watched them hit them home runs and they was going far.
Yeah.
Like people tuned in all the time.
Yeah.
Now it's died down a little bit.
Chicks dig the long ball.
See, they need to bring it back. Yeah. When you go to a game, if you know we about to see who's going to hit the longest home run tonight.
I just want to point out, though, it's not like Major League Baseball, the last 10 years, it's not like they've been and home runs have disappeared. I mean, it's still pretty much most of the game is either strikeouts or home runs.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
That's still been an emphasis. Now,
not the Guardians.
No. You're
that's correct.
But we live on singles and doubles.
Well, you say Bonds was fine without the steroids, and he was a Hall of Famer without the steroids, but he saw McGwire and Sosa, what they were doing on the roids, and he said, watch how much better I am than these guys on the roids, and we needed that. I needed that at least.
What was the, oh man, there was a book that came out about the whole Balco scandal, and it literally talks about how Barry Bonds just flat out was watching all those guys and getting jealous and saying, enough is enough. If these losers are going to get 60 home runs, then watch out, because I know I could do better. And then he asked his doctors, what can I get? What can I do? And that's when he went to Balco. And that's when he started taking the cream and the clear. Now, the other reason I should acknowledge why I hate Carlos Beltran, beyond the cheating stuff, which is totally a reason to hate him. However, I hate him as a Mets fan, and I will never forgive him for 2006 Game 7, NLCS, bases loaded.
Hold on, I'm about to look
chance to go to the World Series. And at the time...
What year was this?
2006. You were what? In high school?
I was in the 6th grade.
Okay.
Game 7, you say?
I was slightly older, and I was very much hoping that my Mets would get back to the World Series and have a chance to go win it, because that was when they had all the dudes. David Wright was playing on that team, just so many guys. Andy Chavez made a great catch out in the outfield that should have been an all-time highlight that they play every postseason. They still sometimes do.
You say this was Game 7?
Game 7,
okay.
NLCS 2006, Cardinals and Mets, bases juiced, Carlos Beltran, the great postseason hitter.
Here we
Carlos
go.
Beltran.
Hold on, I'm here. It's 0-2 count, right?
And Adam Wainwright is on the bump. And just watch him freeze up on a curveball.
This 0-2 count. Here we go.
He hangs a perfect curveball that could go over any fence anywhere in the world if you just take a swing. And instead, my man looked right dead at it as it goes belt high, and the Cardinals rush out of the dugout. He looks at strike three with bases loaded.
He thought it was going to be a little outside. You know what?
When you're on an 0-2 count, which he was, you kind of need to protect the plate.
That's true, too. You definitely don't want to go out with the bat on your shoulder. I tell you that. You're going to strike out. You go ahead and strike on out.
I hate them so much.
I'm ashamed that this break has been dominated by cheaters because I've been screaming at the clouds that Andrew Jones needed to be in the. I don't understand how he wasn't first ballot.
I don't either.
He hit over 400 home runs, probably the greatest center fielder of all time. You know, you could say Willie Mays or Ken Griffey, whatever. He's one of the best defensive center fielders of all time, probably one of the most important positions in baseball. He had 2 home runs as a 19-year-old in the World Series.
Yeah, I don't have any qualms with him getting in. It did take too long, and it's stupid he wasn't in. But Carlos Beltran should not go in. And there's a debate on whether or not he's going to wear a Mets cap. Under no circumstances should you wear a Mets cap. When you do that, when you look at strike three, no, I don't want you wearing a Mets cap. Get out of here. We have another lawsuit involving the NCAA, or a team in the NCAA, rather, a college football team suing one of its players over portal stuff. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, traffic is really developing on 161 in that eastbound direction for drivers and New Albany. Some red popping up on our time saver traffic map, and that's because drive times are down to 21 miles per hour. But hey, some better news if you live over in Grove City, especially if you're heading downtown. 62, 270, even 71 northbound should give you no issues on this Wednesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
What does it mean to live here, serve here in the Ohio Army National Guard?
It means I can attend college full-time and not have to take out student loans to pay for my tuition.
It means I can work my civilian job during the week and support my state and nation in times of need.
You too can live here, serve here as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with full-time benefits at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
Teachers need tons of help.
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Ohio State men's basketball team hosted the Minnesota Golden Gophers last night at the Shot. It took overtime to get the job done, but the Buckeyes were able to pull out an 82-74 victory. The Bucks will be in action again on Friday night on the road against the team up north. Tip-off is at 8 right here on the Fan. The Columbus Blue Jackets were also at home. They were going for their 5th straight win, but failed to do so, losing to Ottawa 4-1. The Blue Jackets have a quick turnaround as they'll be on home ice tomorrow versus the Dallas Stars. You can catch that game on the Fan. Coverage begins at 6:30. And finally, the Big Ten announced yesterday the Buckeyes will travel to Bloomington to play the defending national champion Indiana Hoosiers on October 17th. This update was sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, buy one quesadilla and get one free on the app. Terms apply. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your ball!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
We're going to talk to Matthew Olivier from the Blue Jackets coming up at 8:30. So we'll get his thoughts. Obviously not a great loss or not a great game for them yesterday. They lose 4-1. Just, I don't know, man. It didn't look, I'm wondering if there are more guys sick on the team because they just did not look, it was not a good effort last night. Let's put it that way. It was bad.
They had won 4 in a row. You know?
Okay, but has Ottawa had any adversity recently where the entire hockey world has been talking about how every guy on their team is sleeping with other women and
allegedly.
No, again, I know that the schedule that has been debunked, right? That didn't happen, but there's been this huge controversy where their starting goalie, if you didn't hear about this, supposedly there was a rumor started that his wife found out about some affair that he was allegedly having or not, and then that she leaked to all the other wives and girlfriends of the team, hey, here's who all your husbands are cheating with, and that caused a bunch of distrust. Either way, their starting goalie is away from the team. That likely didn't happen, that story, but they have had a very tumultuous last month. and they came in with a 37-year-old goalie, and he looked unstoppable because this team was just not giving him much last night. So, yeah, not the performance you wanted out of the Blue Jackets after this nice little win streak they started to amass. You thought they turned a corner. Yesterday just did not look good at all. I would like them to tell us that it was actually some illness in the team because that would explain things a little bit.
My theory with Ottawa is that all the stories are true and they play better on the road because they're able to, get it in.
That's messed up.
Hey, you know what?
It's like a Tiger Woods mentality.
I've heard worse conspiracy theories. I'll put it that way. That's you know what? Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe we hit on something right there. That's you know what? I don't blame him now for losing.
I mean, when you travel for jackets or like when you travel on the road and hike, how many days are you actually there?
I mean, some of them have really long road trips.
I mean, you show up the day, but it might be that, like, that's usually what the teams do in any sport is if you've got, like, let's say a 3-game road trip, you play the game, the first game, whatever night it is, whatever town you're in, then immediately after the game, you fly to the next place, and you may not play again until 2 days later. So then you've got a couple days in that town.
I haven't had the opportunity to do anything like that. I have had the opportunity to, when I was in the league, depending on where the flight was going to, like when I was with Seattle, we would leave on Fridays as opposed to Saturday.
Oh, okay.
If it was if we was going out to the East Coast, we would leave Friday, give us 2 days.
Yeah, sure.
And I tell you right now, soon as we land, dudes will pull up that Tinder app.
Oh,
and I used to laugh so hard. Like, yo, that's sad. That's sad.
Hey, man, some guys have different priorities. Some guys are there to work. Some guys are there for work and play. Let's put it that way. So Duke has filed a lawsuit against star quarterback Darian Mensah in the wake of his last-minute transfer portal entry request. So you may remember this. We talked about it a little bit yesterday that he basically waited until the last day of the portal being open to then announce, hey, I'm leaving. Sorry. And what's interesting about this is, so there was a 44-page document filed yesterday morning where Duke argues that Mensah should not be allowed to enter the portal so that the two sides can enter and engage in arbitration, which is what they have in his contract. He signed a contract to return to Duke. And Dylan, you pointed this out in our group chat. He also did like a LeBron-style video of the decision, except it was like, no, they didn't have like a bunch of kids there. But he essentially, they put all his highlights together.
You mean tell me he sat there for 29 minutes just to say, I'm going to South Beach?
No. He did a whole I'm running it. He did like a whole thing, and that's why I'm going to take my talents too. And then he stopped and said, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm coming back. And so he did this video saying I'm coming back to Duke. And now it's ironic because he actually wants to take his talents to South Beach. That is where he wants to go, is Miami. So that's been reported. Part of this lawsuit that I found interesting, they put all these different documents together, different things. Did you know one of the things they put in this was a screenshot of a podcaster, Liam Blutman, who works for Barstool. He had posted some stuff the morning that this all came down, posted some stuff saying Darian Mensah is going to transfer, and apparently he's asking for this, and he's getting like $10 million from Miami, and they're going to use this to pay part of his buyout with Duke. And then Duke shows where they have their line of communication with him, and it's all after that tweet where he apparently called the coach, called the AD, or whoever he had to call, and all the official stuff he did to say, yeah, I'm not going to be here. I'm leaving. I want to transfer. They have it. They're putting records together showing there were tweets out there saying he's doing this, and then he notifies us. Now, we're not saying what school is tampering, but we are saying it looks like someone was in contact with him when he was not in the portal. And so they're trying to put this all in a lawsuit.
First of all, but tampering goes on all the time. I don't care what nobody say. You miss me with that because for a kid to hop in the portal, I don't think they do it off of just good faith. I think somebody didn't talk to somebody that said something about some interest, and that was like, oh yeah, let me go hop in the portal.
Well, to your point, yesterday, Fernando Mendoza's brother, whose name Alberto Mendoza. He hit the portal, and then
Georgia Tech
immediately was at Georgia Tech. It's so you think he just asked, and they were like, "Oh, hey, Georgia Tech's open." No, they had he knew where he was going to go. To your point, I'm sure that was already worked out to some degree. But Mensah's lawyer, his agency is Young Money. They are working with a lawyer, sports attorney named Darren Heitner, and Darren Heitner told CBS Sports the lawsuit shouldn't have been filed in the first place for a variety of reasons. One of which is he says you can't restrain athlete movement from one school to another. He also said there's no irreparable harm being done because there are clauses in this contract that allow for Duke to be compensated for him leaving. So that's the harm mitigation, essentially, is that you pay to get out of the contract. That should be allowed. So his attorney is basically like, this won't even make it to court. They can file this lawsuit. It'll get thrown out. I don't know what's true there, but the reality is college football is entirely messy. And there needs to be some kind of solution to make this less messy. Unfortunately, the only solution probably will be employment contracts and collective bargaining. And I don't know how you're going to get there.
You know what the sick thing is? I actually want him to leave and go to Miami.
Why is that?
Because he's really a good player. I think that at Duke, he's not going to have the talent. I like to see him with a Malachi Tony and see what he does.
Hey, Duke won the ACC, not Miami. Don't get it twisted, Tyvis.
But I feel like with Darian Mensah, Miami probably could have won it all.
Well, would you even want Darian Mensah or like Damon Williams if you're a fan of these teams? Like, let's say Julian Sand did this where he hopped in the portal at 11:59 on Friday. Would you be like, please come back, Julian? Or would you be like, nah? See ya.
Could you imagine the lunatic fringe on that?
Depends on who's the backup.
No, but like,
Sinclair.
I'm saying the lunatic.
Then we'd be in the situation we was in this year.
The lunatic fringe would for sure be basically saying, if you don't want to be here, get out of here. And isn't that the whole thing that a lot of these coaches say is like, I don't want guys who are just here for a paycheck. I want guys who want to be here.
That whole thing is out of the window. That's out the window.
But they say that like culture matters and we got to build culture. And then these players are like, well, I want out. And even though, yes, there's a contract and I get why they're suing, like at some point, how can you have culture at Washington when you have Damon Williams basically saying, I definitely don't want to be here. But now, because I got threatened to be sued, I guess I'll be back. Same thing with this. If you get Darian Mensah to stay at Duke, sure, he'll be there, he'll play, but it's not any leadership, it's not any culture there. That's a bad look all around. And I think it's also interesting that Miami, don't forget, because they won the ACC and they advanced in the college football playoffs. Well, they didn't win the ACC, but they made it as the college football representative from the ACC. They get a big payout every time they win. That money goes to the conference, right? Mm-hmm. Used to be the conference would distribute that. But in the ACC, because they've had threats of Florida State leaving and other schools trying to leave, they redid the deal to say, if you make the college football playoffs, you get to take all the money.
So Miami just swimming in it.
So Miami, for example, is getting like $14 million, I want to say, from that.
That's one recruit.
And they're using it to go get this guy from another ACC team that actually won the league.
The way Miami...
They don't get that money.
The way Miami pay these kids, that's one player.
Yes, but I'm saying Duke should have that money, theoretically, because they won the ACC. So they're getting not only not getting that paycheck, Miami's actively using it to get their player away from them.
It's a dirty game.
Dirty game. Exactly right.
I'm here for it.
I'm glad the players can move and get paid. I'm not glad that this is how we're doing it. We know how the Buckeyes, we now know when the Buckeyes will get a chance to avenge their loss in the Big Ten Championship to Indiana. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Wednesday morning. Well, we are noticing a new crash out there right now, especially as you're heading downtown. It's happening on 670. It's that eastbound direction at 23 and High Street, just south of Short North, Italian Village. And as you're heading towards Fort Hays Park out there, a left lane is currently blocked down to 14 miles per hour out there. Folks, the road is open, just a little slow moving as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust.
Call now.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
There's no place in hockey where you'll find more passion, more pride, and more boom. Make some memories with the Columbus Dispatch Family Value Pack, presented by ABC6 and Fox 28 at bluejackets.com/family.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
It's Timmy Hall and AI Common Man. Happy to ring in another year with our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Mikey, do you want to be a millionaire? Hollywood is the place to do it.
From now until March 25th, you have the chance to win $1 million instantly. And here's something Mikey likey. All new brunch items at the Sportsbook Restaurant and Bar, like Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict, or roast beef hash skillet. Yummy.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit oda.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Jake Needler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Michigan. Boom!
Live fan coverage starts Friday night at 7.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start the day off with temperatures in the teens and 20s with overcast skies, and then we'll see scattered rain and snow showers on and off throughout the day, otherwise cloudy and breezy with highs in the upper 30s. For tonight, cloudy becoming partly cloudy overnight with breezy winds and our lows in the 20s, and then for Thursday, mostly sunny skies and still breezy with highs right around freezing. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, we were talking about the Hall of Fame and guys who have been left out for performance enhancement. Well, here's the good news. You're not trying to get in the Hall of Fame. You're just trying to enjoy your life. And if you need a little bit of enhancement, maybe a little performance enhancement, whether that is with testosterone, maybe that is with erectile dysfunction, whatever it is, if it's holding you back, why wait? You're not trying to get in the Hall of Fame. You're trying to enjoy your life. So why don't you call my friends at the Columbus Men's Clinic? Because they've got solutions for you. It's not one size fits all. It's not some seedy underground type of place. It's a medical professional that you talk to in an office where they will take care to find out what's going on with you. They will listen to your concerns. They will get the blood work done to find out what's going on from a medical perspective. And then they'll recommend something that will actually get the job done. If it's low testosterone, they've got treatments for that. They even have treatments that help you keep the testosterone you have if you're not in the low testosterone category. So you don't end up losing what you have. You can find out more at columbusmensclinic.com. Go there in 30 seconds. You can book an appointment online. Do what I did. Just go there for the consultation. It's a great time to meet up and find out what's going on with your body. Discuss these issues one-on-one with someone who knows what they're talking about. Not a friend, not a coworker, not some online message board that tells you this is the solution. A real medical professional at Columbus Men's Clinic. Or you can call them today, 614-300-7400. columbusmensclinic.com. Book your appointment today. Tyvis, I saw that the top 10 local markets for highest rated college football viewership this season. I'm going to go 10-1. You ready?
Yes.
Number 10, Jacksonville, Florida. These are the top markets where week in, week out, they ranked high for college football viewership.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, Gainesville's right down the road.
Real close.
Yeah, it's a Florida, and Georgia fans, I'm sure. New Orleans, number 9. LSU fans, probably. Knoxville, Tennessee, number 8. That is where
they love
UT is.
Yes.
Atlanta, number 7. Just a big city that has a bunch of, I'm sure, SEC grads that live there.
Georgia.
And Georgia's an hour away, exactly.
Georgia Tech, not a bad season this year.
Oh, that's true. Georgia Tech, very good, too. Oklahoma City, number 6. Tulsa,
they
Oklahoma.
Ain't got nothing out there. So.
Well, they got Oklahoma football. Sooners. Boomer Sooners. And Texas, probably. Tulsa, number 5. Greenville, Spartanburg, Asheville. That is that would be the Clemson market.
Okay.
That's the closest to.
No,
the
they
Clemson
still supporting them.
Well, they watch their football. Yes, of course.
They watch their season go straight down the train.
Number 3 in the nation for college football viewership, Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton?
Yeah. And you know who's number 2? Columbus, Ohio. Now, number 1 is Birmingham, Alabama. But I'm just saying.
Is it like a wide margin?
No, it's very close. But the point is, like, Central Ohio, Ohio in general, 2 of the top 3 markets for viewership in college football are right here in Ohio. Columbus and Dayton, right? So
how dare you take credit for the Flyers, okay, and their success on the gridiron.
I'm just pointing out.
Do they have a football team?
Yeah, I think it's a level below.
Yeah. We sometimes get
look
this.
At the Dayton Flyers football team.
We occasionally as a radio station will get a complaint of like, you guys talk a lot of Buckeyes, and it's like, you know why?
You know where we at?
Because look at this. Like,
Dayton Flyers 7-4.
Hey, good for them. What division of football do they play? Are they FCS?
That's a great question.
I'm pretty sure they're FCS.
I don't think they're FBS.
Definitely not.
Yeah, right. So that is if you've ever wondered, like, why so much Buckeye talk on the fan?
FCS.
That's right there. Columbus, Ohio. Big on college and college football in general. We love it here, but we know a lot of it is
till you get
Buckeye
on that,
related.
You get on that hardwood, that court. That's a big battle. Dayton, Ohio State.
Oh, I wish we would play it more often. They love their basketball.
They knocked us out the tournament. I ain't never forgiven.
No, but you got to get back and play them again. Got to go
in the tournament.
No, just every year there should be Ohio basketball
Didn't they
teams
do an
playing each other.
exhibition game for like charity or something?
Yeah,
like
and
that
they need to have it needs to be a regular season every year. There needs to be 4 Ohio teams, including Ohio State, Dayton, Xavier. You can make it Cincinnati. Just round it out that way. Just do those 4 every year. They play like one of them plays one of them plays the other. The winner of those 2 games and the loser of those 2 games play a second game, and that's it. That just. Do that over a weekend. Do it around the holidays. You don't have to travel very far. That would be very popular. It's a simple, easy solution that we'll never do because there's too many egos involved, but I love it. I wish they would do it.
But this year, Miami Redhawks.
Yeah.
They're the best team in Ohio basketball-wise.
They are as far as record. I mean, no taking that away from them. They are undefeated. They beat your Kent State, whatever they are.
Golden Flashes.
That's right. They got the court with the big lightning on it I saw yesterday. Yeah, but the overtime winner for Miami, that was cool. Now, on to Ohio State football. They are going to face defending national champion Indiana. What a weird thing to say, but it's true. Hey. They're facing Indiana in the Big Ten title game rematch. That will be on October 17th. We are getting dribs and drabs of the Big Ten football schedule. They have not released that yet. I guess the rest of it's coming out, I believe, next Tuesday is when that all will be released. But yesterday they announced that game will be October 17th. So that should be
early in the season.
And that's in Bloomington. So tough matchup on the road. I don't know if it's early in the season. It's kind of smack in the middle, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
I'm saying if you start the season
in the Big Ten schedule.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. What it does, though, is it at least gives you, your end of the season where you play Michigan and then you hopefully get to the Big Ten championship. It does give you time if that game does not go in Ohio State's favor. And I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying if, we talk about remember how that Notre Dame USC rivalry, one of the hangups on it was USC, I believe, wanted to play that game early in the season so that everyone could have a chance to recover, whoever lost.
Yep.
Well, that's at least with this, you're getting a chance to recover.
Really not playing next year?
It's done. It's done.
That can't be right.
It is.
That's
I know.
not right, man.
But that's what, at least with this, you're not playing like Indiana the week before you play Michigan and having that back-to-back. There is a little breathing room there on the schedule for it. You get into your season, you figure out who you are, then you go to Bloomington, and then if that goes your way or not, both those teams will have time to recover from whatever the result is to get still back into the playoffs and all that stuff.
It's stuff like that that's going to ruin the sport.
I know.
Like, the one thing that makes college football special is traditions and things like that. And you getting rid of it. We getting so far away from it that people just, you know what? It is what it is. The NFL numbers is better anyway. So,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am fully on board with hopefully seeing I personally think that none of these teams should be afraid to play because you're going to expand this to eventually 16 or even 24, which is a joke. But when you do that, then no one should be afraid to play anybody. You should schedule as many of these high-powered games as you possibly can, right? Like, it makes no sense to me why we're backing out of this
Steve
stuff.
Sarkisian says no to what you just said.
That's stupid. By the way, you can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Ask Tyvis Anything is coming up at 7:30. You can get your questions in there. At Bone and Tyvis 971 for that. Here's something interesting I found out about the 2014 playoff proposal. I saw this from Ben Koo, who runs Awful Announcing's website.
Okay.
Good website. They always keep you up to date on a lot of sports stuff and sports announcer crap. But one thing he pointed out about why you're seeing this push in the Big Ten to go to 24 teams, we all know it's about the money.
Yes.
But specifically, one difference is the SEC, as it is, who's their TV partner?
ESPN.
Yeah. ESPN has the exclusive rights to the college football playoff games.
Correct.
So the SEC saying, let's move it to 16. I mean, there will probably be a renegotiation, but ESPN's still going to have a stronghold on the majority of those games.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Ten is pushing to get to 24 in part because Tony Petitti, I think, is stupid and because people are greedy. However, also because they know that if you go to 24, there will be so many games
that you have to put them on Fox.
Well, there's a bigger inventory, there's a better opportunity to redo that deal, and then Fox could be a player, which, of course, who is the Big Ten partnered with? Fox. So that is essentially one of the big things I don't think is being talked about enough, that's the reason they're pushing to get to this number of 24. Spot on point by him, but I love the fact that the TV executives are essentially running this sport now. That's why.
I mean, yeah.
No, but like
that's where all the money's at.
But we're getting to a point where we keep talking about how many things will it take before the sport eventually suffers. I keep saying you will have a new generation of fans who will replace the old generation who says, I don't like this anymore. I don't like the transfer portal. I don't like the money that guys are getting, whatever. I don't like this playoff system. When they go to 24, there will be more people who will pile onto that. There will be a group of people that will come through and say, I like the playoffs. This is all I grew up with. This is what I know. And, whenever they put that in.
Was the most watched game in the regular season Ohio State versus Texas?
It was either that or Michigan.
And
I think it was the
like
Michigan game.
14 million?
Michigan game, I think, got 19 million.
Was it 19 million?
Yeah.
And in a regular NFL regular season game, blew that out the water.
Well, yeah, a regular NFL season, yes. Regular season games routinely have gotten over like 15 million. Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan had 18 million.
Yeah, but like you go look at these playoff games.
Blows my mind.
The NFL playoff games are doing numbers that are like 40 and 50 million.
Well,
like,
I wasn't even going to compare it to that. I was talking regular season meaningless game.
I'm just saying, I know that TV runs the sport. We all know that. But I think you are getting to a point where so many things change. At some point, the risk you run is with that new generation that comes up, they view college football and the NFL as kind of the same or very similar. And if you start getting that happening, college football doesn't stand out as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when college football
they get rid of all the traditions.
Right. Like when you strip away the traditions and just have brands, as much as I love Ohio State, those brands are not going to hold up to what the NFL is. They just aren't. Other than a few of them, like here they will, but across the board, across the nation, no. Like you're not going to see the TV numbers. And so I think chasing TV numbers is a bad thing for college football. That is ultimately not going to help the sport.
The most important question of the offseason that the Buckeyes need to ask themselves, and they need to have an answer. Are we putting Hang On Sloopy back before the start of the fourth quarter? Because this Ohio thing, I think this camp thing ran its course.
Yeah, I think camp needs to be done. Let's get rid of that. Your question's next for Tyvis. Ask Tyvis anything, 2 minutes away. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
The right shoulder is still blocked on State Route 3, Westerville Road southbound at Club Drive. And folks, that's right before that 270 ramp as you're heading towards that entrance. Do keep that in mind as first responders are currently on scene. We are seeing traffic, though, really building up throughout the metro this morning. A live look at 71 by Green Lawn Avenue. No issues out here, just a lot more people heading towards the city. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Alexa, how do I handle this leaky pipe under my kitchen sink?
The best answer is to call The Waterworks at 614-232-2222.
Alexa, how do I reconnect my toilet to the sewer line?
Kevin, do yourself a favor and just call The Waterworks.
You're right. What's that number again?
Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222. Better care, better value, better results.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
1 hour from now, we'll talk to Jackets forward Matthew Olivier. He will be joining us via the fan guest hotline. Chat with him. Jackets unfortunately lost last night to Ottawa. Not a great performance there, but hopefully they can get it back. Tomorrow night, they're playing Dallas at Nationwide. Saturday night, they've got Tampa coming in, so that's the big 25th anniversary celebration. So hopefully can get back to the ways they were playing last week before this most recent game. But yeah, it's not exactly what you wanted last night from the Jackets, right? Elvis got sick during the game, so we got the annual Elvis illness out of the way, I guess. But it's just surprising that he was ill before the game. They let him even go out there. I didn't understand that at all.
Yes, you do. He was the hot hand.
No, I don't understand it because you have Jet Greaves, who's your starting goaltender. And he played 2 straight previously, Elvis did, and played well. But if he's sick, you got a perfect excuse to sit him down, let Jet come in there and get some reps, and then hopefully, again, goaltending not the issue last night. It was the fact couldn't score goals. But that was just a weird decision for me from Bones. Rick Bones. We'll talk.
Let's just hope that they get back right. If it was, let's just say it was a sickness this game. Next week, next time they get on the ice, it shouldn't be a sickness, so they should be good. And they should get back to the winning streak that they got to restart it over now. But, yeah, they win these next 2. It's like, okay, that's what you need.
Yeah.
I think that's the big confidence booster.
Well, let's hope they can. And Buckeye basketball, nice win last night in overtime. Took them to get to overtime, but they did get the job done against Minnesota. Needed that one because Friday night they head up to Ann Arbor to take on the team up north, and that is not going to be an easy game.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
All right. Here are some Ask Tyvis Anythings. First, Rusty, who's always in the chat. He leads us off with a couple questions this morning.
I don't want to answer it.
Well, too bad. One, Rusty wants to know, why doesn't Tyvis just cut to the chase and tell us he's naming his son Jordan, even though it's not a T name? Yes, you're still trying to figure out the baby name, and T is it has to start with a T, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I let my wife get the first one where her initials and my oldest have the same initials. The next one was actually I don't know how we landed on Milani for a name.
Yeah.
But the Joe had to do with her aunt, and actually her initials is my grandmother's initials, which is crazy that I never thought about that. It just ironically happened that way. So I said, well, if this is going to be the last dance for us, I got to get something out of the deal. So
you're confirming Jordan is the name?
No.
Last dance, right?
No.
That's a Bulls reference. I got it, totally.
Okay, we'll go Michael Jackson. This is it.
There you go. That's good. Rusty also said, how does Tyvis rank chicken tenders at the following places? Cane's, Bojangles, KFC, and Roosters. Those are his 4 questions.
Well, that's not fair because I've never gotten chicken tenders from Bojangles. I've only got the chicken sandwich.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
KFC, I've never gotten tenders. I've gotten the hot and spicy wings that they got.
You've never had a tender from KFC?
No.
Okay.
And Roosters, I get boneless wings.
Well, that's a chicken nugget or a chicken tender.
But they have tenders. He's right. They do have tenders at Roosters.
So if I'm going off of, 2 of them I don't know.
Okay. So you're not as good of an expert on this as Rusty probably thought you were because you don't eat tenders.
By the way, if you're going on a date, right?
Yeah.
Is it, for a first date, is it acceptable to order chicken fingers?
That's what you want to eat.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, let me put it this way. If you are normally someone who goes to restaurants and is like, where are the chicken tenders on the menu? It's going to be a problem if you date someone who doesn't know that about you. And then as you start dating them, it's like, you start ordering chicken tenders and like, what are you, a child? Like if they think that's silly and goofy and ridiculous and they make fun of you and you're like, well, no, but this is what I genuinely like to eat, then you all aren't right for each other. So you should order what you order.
I agree with you.
And if that person is like, that guy's an idiot,
I would say
that's weird, then okay, at least you know. Now you got that out of the way.
I was on social media, like, this had to be like maybe 6 years ago. And I had seen this woman tweet about like this guy. She went on a date with this guy and he ordered chicken fingers. And she's like, what type of grown adult orders chicken fingers on a date? And I was like, what's wrong with that? I thought I was the problem. I was like, what's wrong with that? Like, I probably would do something like that if that's genuinely what I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I like chicken tenders and I will order them occasionally. But 9 times out of 10 when I go to a restaurant, it's like, I've had chicken tenders. I kind of got it. I like them. But I would rather try all the other options they have on the menu. So
maybe that's all they could afford.
No, that's fair too. But I'm saying, like, if I'm going out to a restaurant for the first time, I'm going to try if we go 5 times to this restaurant over the course of like a year, each time I'm probably going to get something different just so I get a good experience of the menu.
You're better than me.
And then I might after that say, all right, I settled on my favorite dish. But yeah.
Also, to Tyvis's defense, if you're going to these chicken places and you're regularly getting chicken fingers, you're doing it wrong. You shouldn't be going to Popeyes and KFC and Bojangles and ordering chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You should be getting the other stuff.
The bone-in chicken is, yeah. Although I will say the correct answer of your question there, Rusty, is Popeyes. And you didn't have them on there. Popeyes spicy tenders, the best in the game, hands down.
Is that a fact?
Better than Cane's. Yeah.
See, but here's the thing.
I might have to do an experiment.
I told you this before, and you were shocked. The chicken tenders at Popeyes is the worst thing at Popeyes.
I know, you said that, and I'm telling you, though, they're still great.
They're good.
But I know, there are other chicken.
Get their wings, get their chicken sandwich. Don't get the tenders.
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
Wings, those spicy wings that they got. Had a ooh-wee.
Oh, I might have to
I had the cold turkey up. I had to quit them cold turkey. I don't even want to go get them no more because they ain't good.
So Chris asked this. He said, now, Tyvis, that you have all this free time from having only one job, what's your favorite place to visit in the San Diego of the Midwest, a.k.a. Cleveland? Like, as far as restaurants go, do you have a favorite restaurant when you're up in Cleveland?
Did he call it the San Diego of the Midwest because of the beaches?
Yes, I believe he did. I believe it's pronounced San Diego, actually.
Oh, man. Actually, I don't really do a lot of eating up there. I mean, they got a place downtown called Sweet Pork Wilson's.
Sweet Pork Wilson's?
Yeah, so like the team, like the UCSS, like they usually do like events there, right?
Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show that you also host up there.
Every time that they do it, I can't go.
Oh, yeah.
And they talk about how good it is, but I haven't experienced it.
Okay.
And I'm mad about
So you're offering a secondhand recommendation.
Correct.
You are from Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you are offering a
I mean,
recommendation.
if I'm getting something promoted, I'm going to Slimans or something like that. Give me a
Going to where?
Slimans. It's a root.
Slimans.
Corned beef Reuben.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a Reuben.
See, that's good. See, that's a good
Yeah,
recommendation.
you get you a nice little Reuben up there.
By the way,
it's so big, you only need to eat half of it, because if you eat the whole thing, you go into sleep. I'm telling you right now.
Number one, thanks for being a communist. I appreciate you just telling people how much they can eat. Rationing bread. That's good.
I'm just telling you, if you see how big them Reubens is, and you eat both of them, one, you got a problem. Two, you going to sleep.
That's my order always. Bofa. That's what I say. I walk up and say, give me both of those halves of food. I want it. By the way, my unsolicited recommendation, if you're in Northeast Ohio, is Mr. Hero.
Oh, yeah, I've been there a few times.
Go get a Roman burger. Yes.
Roman burger with the cheese fries.
The last one I have for you today, John says, I don't know if you know this, Tyvis, but this weekend, there's a thing in auto racing called the Rolex 24 at Daytona.
Did you see Tom Brady's rainbow Rolex?
No, I didn't. Woo! But I bet that cost a pretty penny.
Man, that was nice.
He can afford it, though. That's good.
Somebody probably gave it to him.
Well, whatever. So John asked, the Rolex 24 is a 24-hour sports car race at the Daytona International Speedway. They run inside the track. There's a road course, and it's 24 straight hours. So you have different drivers that take over, but you drive for like 4 hours at a time. Another guy gets in. He drives for 4 hours at a time. It's an endurance test, right? Okay. So he wants to know if you, next year, they called you up, Meyer Shank Racing here in Columbus. They have a car that goes down there every year. Mm-hmm. They call you and say, Tyvis, we want you and 3 of your former Buckeye teammates to race in this race. Who would you pick?
Oh, my goodness. Me, 12. Me, 12, and Armani, we did this. We raced before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was right on
a racetrack where it's legal and allowed. That's the answer.
I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth.
Who do you play for? The Georgia Bulldogs? No. You raced on a racetrack. That's what you did, and it was totally legal. It was out at National Trails Raceway as a drag strip, and that's good. And we should leave it at that. That's good, Tyvis. I'm glad to know that that's what you did. So who else would you have? So who would you pick so far?
Me, Cardell, Armani Reeves.
Uh-huh.
And
who's that fourth guy?
Urban Meyer.
Oh, does Urban like to get after it?
Urban does not really believe in stopping at stop signs.
No cops, no stops.
Urban got a little bit of a lead foot. Let's just say that. His little Benz used to be weaving through traffic.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. All right. Good to know. See, this is why we asked the question. Where was it that you were racing, just in case people want to know? So
this was
the police officers allegedly can never look this up.
this past, it's over with now. You know, I'll deny it. This was right there by the Schottenstein. You know that Jesse Owens, that street on the side in between, right there. Yeah,
oh, we
was rolling.
Big street with lot.
Yeah, we was rolling.
That's not good.
I lost too. I was mad. I lost.
Baker Mayfield is very excited for Kevin Stefanski to coach the Atlanta Falcons. We'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. We are noticing a crash just as you're passing the airport and heading downtown. It's 670 in that westbound direction, just beyond Cassidy Avenue. That right shoulder is blocked, and folks, we're down to 12 miles per hour for your delays on this Wednesday, to keep that in mind. And we're noticing those backups really extending towards that 670 and 270 intersection. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys and ladies, get real about your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and the women's hormone test, normally $299, is only $99 now, and the weight loss consultation is free. You can walk in or book an appointment now at getmyhealthfix.com. So if you've been suffering from the symptoms of low testosterone, such as constant tiredness, lack of focus, or just feeling off, at Synergenics and Low T Center, you can meet with a real provider. You get real medication, and you get real results. Plus, you can choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple, quick, free TRT test at the center. The on-site lab means you get results in about 20 minutes. No waiting for days like other places. For a limited time, the women's hormone test only $99 and the men's test is free. Go to getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
Get Eco. Aaron, when we say same-day furnace installation, what does that mean exactly?
It means if you call us in the dead of winter because your furnace has died, we will install a new furnace the same day.
Get Eco. So by same day, you mean like the next day, but within 24 hours?
No, Jerry, the same day you call.
How can we do that? Do we really have furnace techs just sitting here waiting for emergency calls?
Yes.
And we have a whole warehouse full of different furnaces, so we'll have one ready to go no matter what you need?
Yes.
And we have extra trucks in the fleet, just parked and ready to be loaded at a moment's notice?
Yes.
How do we do that?
Jerry, how could we not do that? If your heat goes out in the middle of winter, that's an emergency. So we'll be there the day you call.
Get Eco. We should install a pole the guys can slide down, like firefighters.
No, Jerry, and please don't suggest that in front of the team.
Get Eco. GetEco.com.
New year, new you, new truck from Germain Toyota of Columbus, and the deals are built tough. Drive home the all-new 2026 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% financing for up to 48 months. Need more muscle? The 2026 Toyota Tundra delivers with 2.99% financing for up to 72 months, or take $3,000 in customer cash. Germain Toyota has the truck and the deal you've been waiting for. Shop today at Germain Toyota of Columbus, where selection, value, and trust come standard. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Statistics show that roughly 20 veterans die by suicide every day in the United States. Canines for Warriors is the leading nonprofit organization providing highly trained service dogs to veterans with PTSD and other invisible wounds of war. Backed by scientific research, Canines for Warriors has transformed the lives of more than 1,000 veterans, helping them reclaim their independence. To find out more, please visit caninesforwarriors.org.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the stars. Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Home is a big investment. Obviously, you want to keep the value in your home, but you want to be comfortable in your home as well. And something you can do both things. You can accomplish getting good value in your home and also keeping your home comfortable in the winter, in the cold months, is by getting new windows from Window Nation. See, if you have those builder grade windows that came with the house, maybe when it was built, those aren't going to be enough to keep out the extreme cold temperatures that we're getting here in Ohio, right? We're getting them in Columbus. The last few mornings, we've been down in the single digits or even wind chills below zero. If you want to keep that out, you want to keep the heat in your house, save yourself some money on your utility bills as well. Window Nation, the place to go. And they've got a great sale right now. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows free. It's going on now. You could also get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years from Window Nation. That is, again, a buy 4, get 4 windows free sale going on this month from Window Nation. How do you get them set up? Well, you call them. You get a free estimate by going to or actually don't call them. Just go to a website, windownation.com. That's the place to go. Windownation.com. You get on there, you set up your estimate, you get a consultation with them. They'll walk you through the process, all the great styles they have. plus installers that'll be out there, and they can install your windows in 1 day or less. WindowNation.com to get your estimate now. Your guy and my guy, Baker Mayfield, Tyvis. Former Browns player, doing great things in the NFL. Dylan, I mean, as big a fan as we are, Dylan is perhaps the biggest Baker Mayfield fan on the show.
For sure.
You love him so much.
All-time favorite.
Baker had a little bit of an interesting tweet go out yesterday in response to a reporter from the Atlanta Constitution Journal. The reporter's name is D. Orlando Ledbetter, who sent out a tweet saying that Kevin Stefanski, now the head coach with the Falcons, saying that he's going to have an interesting, he should have a better opportunity in Atlanta. He said because he had a dumpster fire at quarterback in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson having failed. So Baker Mayfield read this and responded. He said, quote, "Failed is quite the reach, pal. Still waiting on a text or call from him after I got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach. Period. Send tweet."
Baker,
that's fun.
You know what's crazy is that people was applauding Baker about how he's grown up, he's matured a lot. You haven't really seen him, really speak out about things. All that just went out the window yesterday when he decided to hit send. Now, I get it. I get the whole being fired up to go up against somebody who you feel like did you wrong. So I get that and be excited about that. I don't think you need to put it in tweet form, but hey, you went viral. You are being talked about, and you got what you wanted. All I know is when they play, he best win that game.
Oh, well,
he better win that game.
Well, that's the thing we've learned about sports over the years, right? Is that you can talk all you want, but if you don't win after you do the talking, no one. It's funny how people get bent out of shape about that. It's like, oh, well, if this guy said that, and it's like, well, does that guy lose games? Then yeah. If that guy said that and lost, then everyone would jump on him. And by the way, Baker Mayfield has plenty of detractors. Dylan is, I was joking, Dylan obviously hates his guts. So, there will be plenty of people who are waiting for Baker to fail, who will absolutely.
Yeah, Dylan's one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Dylan will jump on him, as will we all probably. If they go out and lose that game, I will. I don't care.
The thing, because he's already on one against them. They lost when he was with Carolina.
Oh, did he? I forgot about that.
Yeah, remember? That's when K. York hit the 56-yard field goal, and everybody thought we had a kicker, and he never did anything after that.
I forgot all about that game. You're exactly right.
This is the exact type of stuff that Baker does that makes me not like him. What has Baker done to call out this dude on Twitter?
Back-to-back 4,000-yard season.
They went 8-9 and couldn't win the worst division in football.
Mm-hmm.
The silver medal for the NFC South next year is going to be intense between Tampa Bay and Atlanta.
Yeah, I guess.
What? You just got back from your vacation to Vancouver. Won't you just chill out, Baker?
Well,
won't you just prepare for next season and try to at least have a winning record in that garbage division instead of calling out your former coach? You both sucked in Cleveland. You had together one great season.
Oh, that's the thing.
It's not like there's huge history there.
In Cleveland, when you have a season that is like reasonable success, what would be considered by a competent organization like a normal level of performance or a level that should be expected every few years, it gets kind of blown up. And then, especially now after the Browns have gone on to be as abjectly terrible as they have been the last few years at the quarterback position, where they've had a lot of ups and downs. You had 4 quarterbacks this year that all play or that were brought in to compete for this job. Once you have all that, people suddenly get nostalgic and go, "Oh man, I wish Baker was still here. Baker was great." Yeah, Baker was good. He was limited though, and he had his moments where, quite honestly, he had the cycle that we're all becoming familiar with: play terribly, get yelled at, then he gets mad and says, "Oh yeah, everybody's doubting me," goes out and has a good performance, shuts everybody up for a few weeks, starts reading his headlines, gets a little high on his own supply, and then right back to the crash of a terrible game. And he did it. He's done it everywhere he's been. He did it again this year with Tampa. This is just who Baker Mayfield is. He is in my opinion, too emotional to be a quarterback you can say is reliable and a leader enough to get you into like regular playoff success. He can put up yardage. He can put up numbers. He can do all those kind of things. He will win you some games. He will have some moments that will be NFL highlights, of course. They will show on the end of the season highlight reel. And then his team, like you just said, Dylan, will occasionally, they'll often miss the playoffs because it's too inconsistent from him. He's a very solid quarterback. He's just inconsistent when it comes to the big moments. And you can't have that if you're trying to be the number one guy who takes a team to the playoffs every single year. He's not in that upper echelon of guys that you can trust to do that.
I think that he really missed Liam Cohen as his play caller this year. I mean, obviously, you dealt with Mike Evans having some injury, and Emeka I don't know what happened to Emeka. He started off the season on fire, and he just kind of fell off as the season went on. But, when you think about just the weapons that Baker has, you think that he'd be much more successful, but it's the turnovers. He be throwing them turnovers in the worst times, and it's like when game's on the line, he throws a pick, and that's just kind of who he is. I mean, he threw 11 of them this year, 26 touchdowns, 11 picks. You really want to keep them in single digits. So the Falcons should win. The Falcons, to me, is the better team, but Baker gonna try to do too much. They gonna play Atlanta. He gonna try to do too much, and they gonna make him pay.
Let's be fair. This is what they're gonna do. And by the way, Kevin Stefanski's not immune from this criticism either. He's gonna do the same thing. I feel like as Baker does.
Think he gonna try to do too much?
No, I think he's gonna come in the first year. The offense is going to look really good. A lot of Browns fans are going to be like, oh, my God, I can't believe we let this guy go. I hate this. They'll make the playoffs or something like that. Everyone will talk about Kevin Stefanski, redemption tour. And then years 2, 3, and 4, the offense will stagnate. Everyone will get wise to what he's doing with these new weapons, and he won't adjust, won't change. And you'll have the same press conference he had in Cleveland where he'll say, we got to do better, got to do better, got to do better. And then they won't, and he won't change, and he'll eventually
play better.
I don't think it goes. I think I also know who Kevin Stefanski is. I know who Stefanski is. I know who Baker is. And I'm glad that Cleveland is done with both of them. Let's just move on and start fresh.
Based off the Baker Mayfield cycle, though, if these two teams play week 1, Tampa Bay, lock.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Yes.
But then after that, we'll go back to inconsistency. Yes. But give me Tampa Bay over Atlanta 100%. If they play week 1.
Absolutely right.
You're going to come out there on fire, huh? You're going to light it up for 375 yards fast.
We will tackle the biggest questions in the NFL coming back in the huddle next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, we are noticing some kind of incident on 70 northbound at that 670 intersection. So as you're heading towards that west side, it looks to be involving 2 cars off to the right shoulder. It is currently blocked right now. I'm not sure if it's a crash or a disabled vehicle, but it's really slowing people down this morning. Just passing West Broad Street down to 17 miles per hour out there. Again, 70 north and eventually westbound. So keep it nice and slow moving, folks. You get a lot more people on the roads with you. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Don't start the new year with the same old ride. Right now, score low lease payments on all 2026 models, like $149 a month for a brand new Elantra or $159 for a new Sonata. Hurry in and kick off the new year right. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With proof credit, $39.95 down plus tax, title, and fees. 2-year lease for 10K miles per year. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Ends 2/2.
It may be winter outside, but inside the Ohio Expo Center, it's golf season. The Columbus Golf Show is back for 3 days only. January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Save up to 70% on golf equipment, accessories, and apparel. Even vacation packages. Test the newest clubs, compete in skills competitions for great prizes, and get a free lesson from a PGA pro. Come tee it up indoors this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. For tickets, go to columbusgolfshow.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
I lost count of how many foster homes I lived in. 20, maybe more. Each time, a new family, a new room, but never a space that felt like mine.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a permanent home.
Now I have my own room and decorated it myself. And just like my family, it's mine to keep.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Bats R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Bats R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Bats R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Bats R Us builds it to last. That's Bats R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Bats R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Bats R Us. Bats R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And of course, you know me. I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Are you starting to get recognized from these ads, Wilson?
Yep. Folks are really liking the idea of home-changing windows and superior performance and 5 different lines to fit any budget.
That kind of sounds like Pella's thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. They recognize me, but then they ask for your business card. So, that's neat.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Ohio State men's basketball team hosted the Minnesota Golden Gophers at the Shot last night. It took overtime to get the job done, but the Buckeyes were able to pull out an 82-74 victory. The Bucks will be in action again on Friday night on the road against the team up north. Tip-off is at 8 right here on the Fan. The Columbus Blue Jackets were also at home. They were going for their 5th straight win, but failed to do so, losing to Ottawa 4-1. The Blue Jackets have a quick turnaround as they'll be back on home ice tomorrow versus the Dallas Stars. You can catch that game on the Fan. Coverage begins at 6:30. And finally, the Big Ten announced yesterday that the Buckeyes will travel to Bloomington to play the defending national champion Indiana Hoosiers on October 17th. This update was sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, buy 1 quesadilla and get 1 quesadilla free on the app. Terms apply.
Tyvis says that in all his years being in football locker rooms, he never once looked at another man's junk. He cannot say the same thing about working at this radio station. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Woke up this morning to a headline from Reuters that says exclusive Trump administration mulls payments to Greenlanders. to join the U.S. I guess the U.S. is trying to buy Greenland. Okay. And so one of the things they're kicking around, they said they're kicking around an idea where they would pay people in Greenland. There's 57,000 people who live in Greenland, by the way, looking at paying them either $10,000 or up to possibly $100,000.
Must be nice.
Can I just say, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but can we put like Central Ohio up for sale? Because I mean, if this is the going rate to buy Greenland, Columbus has a lot more going for it than Greenland, right?
I agree.
I think we should get all of Columbus together and maybe talk to some other countries like China. What's good? Are you looking to cash in? Because I would be open for business, personally.
I could learn Mandarin for that much.
I mean, I'd try. Absolutely right. Can we build a stadium like they built that Olympic stadium there in Beijing? Remember that?
Yeah.
08 Olympics where the dude was running around the top of it? That was awesome. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm for sale. Hey, Spain. Hispania, what do you got? I'm open for business. You want to buy me? Let's talk.
Saudi Arabia, they got money.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the Live Golf of America, right? The whole town. We just call it Live Golf USA. We'll change it from Columbus. Let's go.
They said that
I'm open.
you would have to
$100,000?
They say
You
it's
could
about,
sign me
if
up
you
for
take
that.
it from Saudi Arabia, you have to think about morals.
Yeah, think about morals if you're taking money from any government.
What morals are we talking about? We got governments are buying countries, Tyvis. It's a different day and age. Let's go.
Oh,
Cashing that check. $100,000? $100,000? We should all be. Can this show at least be for sale? I'm just saying.
You think Fish would sell us?
No, but like listen
for $100,000. Yes, I think you would.
Fish would not sell us for $100,000.
I want to say
now $200,000.
I just want to say, Brazil, if you're listening, any South American country, I'm open for business because you got the World Cup coming up. You're going to need some representation. We have a daily show that gets literally hundreds of people on YouTube watching it every single day. Why can't we get a little cash to wear your nation's colors? So you know what I will do? I will put my bidding rights are open. Hit me up at the DMs. Uruguay, like I'll wear your stuff. I'm saying I don't know if it's $100,000, but if people in Greenland are getting $100,000 possibly just for like some other country to own them, I would think we could get like $50 to wear like I'll wear a Peru jersey. I don't even know if they're in, but I'll wear it. I don't care. Let's go.
By the way, this just in. The Bills are interviewing Brian Daboll for their vacant head coaching position.
Interesting.
No.
It says Daboll and Josh Allen in Buffalo from 2018 to 21, and the two have maintained a very strong relationship.
I got to tell you, I see where this is going. Because he missed out on a job opportunity, and he has ties. He has ties to Central Ohio. I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan Day, when all the musical chairs are done in the NFL, welcome to Columbus, former Columbus Destroyer, your new offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy for the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's what's going to happen.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to the Huddle.
Ready to bear down. Matt Nagy's to call your offense. That's going to be real exciting. I'm excited for it. Dylan, Huddle question number 1, please.
That's a great transition because my first question was going to be, who should the head coach of the Buffalo Bills be?
Hey, there you go.
Brian Daboll.
He's got experience there with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Obviously, the offense is very successful there. He has been a head coach in the state of New York. Yeah, why not? You could do worse. I've never been a full believer in Brian Daboll as a head coach, but I think if you have a chemistry that has worked with a quarterback, which it clearly did with Josh Allen, right?
I mean, the fact of the matter is, you fired Sean McDermott, you better have had a really good backup plan, and all of the hot names, quote unquote, is off the board. You know, the next good offensive-minded coach you could have got was Mike McDaniel, and he just took the OC job. So with that being said, if you're leaving Sean McDermott, who's a playoff coach that's been very successful there, then you better be going to cater to the offensive side of the ball, and it better be a guy that people respect and that can really take you to the next level. And Brian Daboll, of all the names that's left, would probably be the best candidate for that.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, Sean McDermott got that team to the playoffs before they had Josh Allen, right? He was the one who ended their playoff drought when he started coaching the Bills. So Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, I understand how it stagnated. I understand you didn't get the job done. I understand all of that is fair, and if you want to move on. But you're right. They better have a very good option to go to. And I don't know that Brian Daboll, maybe Bills fans won't feel that way, but I can understand if that's their logic on it. It has called, though, a lot of coaches have called them out for basically being a joke franchise over this, which that could have longer-term ramifications, because now you got coaches who say, oh, if I go there and do all this great stuff for you, I have a couple down years, not even missing the playoffs, and I'm going to get fired? That's...
Josh Allen will get you fired.
I mean, it's a narrative that doesn't get written, but it could be after we keep... I mean, he just did. Coach just got fired. You're right. Huddle question number 2.
Which one of Tyvis's former defensive coordinators will be more successful at their new gig of head coach? Robert Saleh with the Titans or Jeff Hafley with the Dolphins?
Yeah. First of all, Hafley was not my defensive coordinator. He was my DB coach. He was a position coach.
Okay, but he eventually was a defensive coordinator.
He ended up becoming a defensive coordinator, but
and then a head coach,
to me,
too, and all that.
He was my DB coach.
All right. Well, you answer that. You know these guys. Which one do you think is going to do better?
Well, the question always comes up with quarterback. Who's the quarterback for each team? Cam Ward versus Tua, which is Tua going to be the guy? I don't think so.
No.
I think that they're going to probably go out and get Malik Willis because Hafley was just with the Packers. Hafley watched him every day, so we probably can trust him for a little bit. I'm going to say, man. Tennessee, is going to be hard to get people to come to Tennessee. Like, that's not a desirable destination for free agents. So you're going to have to overpay somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say half. I'm gonna say half probably had a better success.
I'm gonna probably go. You know what? I tend to think Robert Saleh is going to get a redemption tour out of this, and in Tennessee, I think he'll find it. So I'm going to go with Robert Saleh on that one. I think he'll do better. But it's a good debate. Huddle question number 3.
What is your guys' Super Bowl matchup?
Patriots, Seahawks.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Seahawks defense is so good right now. I think while the Rams are having, yet again, Matt Stafford is your MVP. I think he's having a fantastic year. I don't think anybody stops the Seattle defense from running over whoever they see on their way to the Super Bowl, at least as far as getting to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, the Rams, it'll be a good game, but I think they get there. And, yeah, I mean, on the other side, you have a quarterback that's not going to start for Denver. You're playing a guy who hasn't thrown a pass all year in a competitive game. Going up against, again, also one of the best defenses in the NFL. That's a tall order. I feel
Nick Foles did it.
Yeah, that's great, Nick Foles. Good for him. I think that story was so special and unique is because it's so unlikely to happen again. You can't bet on that. I wouldn't bet on it, and I'm not. I'm with you. I think it's first reaction was correct. Seahawks, Patriots.
I actually bet against Nick Foles and lost a lot of money.
Well, that's fair.
It was Tom Brady. So.
Right.
But again, the logic wasn't wrong. Like if you had that situation happen 50 times, I bet 48, 49 times it does exactly what you would have thought. He was the one where it just happened to work out. Maybe Jarrett Stidham will get it done for the Broncos, but I highly doubt it.
I will say once every 8 or 9 years, you get a not top-tier quarterback winning the Super Bowl, and we're getting close.
Well, but okay, I don't think Bo Nix is a top-tier quarterback, do you?
Well, I'm saying just in general.
No. What I mean is
with the guys remaining.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the Broncos would have gone on and won and he was starting, I think we still would have had that discussion of he's good, he's not great. That team is awesome. Their coach is awesome. And that defense is phenomenal, right? We would have had that discussion. I think when you drop down a level from that to a guy who has not played at all and is a backup quarterback and is a career backup quarterback, that's just a different. Yeah, if they win the Super Bowl with him, it will be on par with that Nick Foles thing. Right, where it will blow everybody's mind. But I don't think they're getting past this game this weekend. All right, good stuff there. We'll find out. How do the Buckeyes stack up? What are the odds? What does Vegas say when it comes to them winning the national championship next year? Surprise, surprise, they're right near the top. We'll tell you where they are next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, folks, we are noticing a lot of crashes out there right now. Let's start with just a few. Starting over on the west side, the left shoulder is currently blocked on 70 eastbound just as you're passing that 270 intersection and just beyond Wilson Road because of an incident out there. Not too far away, the right lane is blocked on 70 eastbound at that 71 southbound intersection closer to downtown because of a disabled vehicle. And for our friends in Reynoldsburg, keep in mind the right shoulder is blocked on 70 westbound just passing Hill Road, State Route 256 because of yet another crash out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The nightmare of the cleared drain. Those drain clearing specials from the other guys seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. It's done right the first time, so that nightmare of a drain becomes a dream come true. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call 614-232-2222 to get started.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're already there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. It changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of Podiatric Medicine set broken bones, perform wound care, and remove bunions. Common health issues that they treat include ingrown or fungal nails, corns, warts, and skin problems like athlete's foot. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? To find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Bird live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. Fan And weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start the day off with temperatures in the teens and 20s with overcast skies, and then we'll see scattered rain and snow showers on and off throughout the day, otherwise cloudy and breezy with highs in the upper 30s. For tonight, cloudy becoming partly cloudy overnight with breezy winds and our lows in the 20s, and then for Thursday, mostly sunny skies and still breezy with highs right around freezing. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. New special guests in everything scarlet and gray, The Fan. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Matthew Olivier going to join us. Jackets Forward coming up in about 10 minutes or so. We will talk with him, get his thoughts on last night's performance, the new era with Rick Bowness, and more. The Jackets looking to shake off the loss from last night. Tomorrow they'll face Dallas at Nationwide. All that coming up tomorrow night. All the coverage right here on The Fan. Tyvis, though, you brought up something about the Titans before we get into this Buckeye discussion.
Yeah.
You got a little thing in the chat going on with somebody who's kind of going back and forth with you.
Well, Cincy Buck, he was basically saying, like, he when I said that Tennessee isn't a desirable destination, you know, he took that as offense because he's like, how could you say that? And it's a nice town. There's plenty to do. There's no income tax. He said that it was a whack take. And I was explaining to him because I was literally talking to some buddy of mine yesterday about this. And we were going back and forth because I was him. I was Cincy. I was literally like.
Can we say who the buddy was?
It was Sherm. I was talking to Sherm about this
Richard
yesterday.
Sherman is who you were talking.
And I was literally him. I was like, "What you mean? Like you don't?" Because I was like, "Who you think gonna do better, Robert, Salo, or Halfley?" And we both went back and forth. I was like, I don't know about what Salo gonna do. I was like, I'm mad that he took Tennessee because I feel like you got to rebuild that whole thing. But I'm like, you know what? They got a whole bunch of money in cap. They got a whole bunch of cap space this year. So like they just go out and sign somebody. He looked at the phone and he said, "Who they gonna sign? Don't nobody want to go there." He was like, "Tyus, who's the last big time free agent to go there?" And I sat there and I thought about it. Like, man, AJ Brown was drafted there. Ryan Tannehill, was he traded there or did he sign?
He was drafted there.
Yeah, that's right.
Ryan Tannehill, he got drafted to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
I think he might have got traded there.
I got to look that up.
Yeah, but as far as like you're talking about,
he's
guys
not a
who were
big
just
time guy.
Guys who were just free agents who signed there because that was the best option for them.
I can't really think of too many people.
So
Kevin Byard was drafted there. He left.
You brought this up, so I looked it up in the break just to see. This is from a Titans website. Now, this is from 2020. All right. So in the last few years, I could be forgetting someone, but these are the names that they said are their top free agent acquisitions in the history of the franchise. Number 3, Delanie Walker, because he came over from San Francisco, tight end, who was good for them for a couple years, right? Kyle Vanden Bosch, defensive end they got from Arizona back in 2005. And he came there in part.
What year?
2005. Yeah, 20 years ago. Right. But even him, Tyvis, he worked out and was a great player for them. But he came there because, as this article points out, I had forgotten about this. He got drafted by Arizona and then got injured multiple times. And so when they picked him up, it was like a scrap heap, kind of like, I don't know, let's try this guy out. He was looking for a new opportunity because he had been so injured in Arizona, and the rose had kind of fell, the bud, whatever. The rose had fallen off the bud. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Whatever, it sucked. That's the answer. Bad. Didn't work out. And then the number one signing they have for free agency was Kevin Mawai, an offensive lineman they had who came, again, it's 2006.
He came from what, the Jets, I think?
Yeah, we're talking like 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it's not a lazy take. And I think that really, when they signed Robert Saleh, to me, it's admitting that you was wrong for firing Mike Vrabel. Like, that's because you want to go back to a defensive-minded guy who's got a good relationship with players, that's a player's coach, that's a hard-nosed guy, but still gets along with his players. Like, that's what Vrabel was. And you tried to get an offensive-minded young guy, and it didn't work. So now you're trying to go back to what did work. And now, but I don't think you got the resources. Like, you got the money, but like I said, you're going to have to either overpay to get somebody to go there, but for some odd reason, I agree with Cincy. Like, you would think that it's a nice place to go to, but players just don't want to go to Tennessee, and I don't understand it.
By the way, Tannehill was traded and then immediately signed to an extension. Okay, so technically traded.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why that's a lazy take.
I mean, at least
it was a whack take.
But even there, like, let's say that he got traded because he would agree to sign an extension there, so he kind of was, in essence, a free agent.
Right.
Like, that's Ryan Tannehill. He's your best guy you can point to. So, yeah, I get what you're saying, Tyvis. But it is weird because I've been in Nashville many a time. It's not a bad city. They've got, like, it's not Atlanta. It's not New York, Chicago. Like, but it's not lacking for a lot of things. It's gotten a lot better over the years as far as, like, the stuff that they have to do, and plus cost of living. All that stuff is real. But if the perception is, I don't want to go there because it sucks to live there, if that's a thing going around in the NFL, that's hard to break, right? I mean, that's something that we as Jackets fans always worry about here, is that that's the outside perception. But yet every person who comes to play in Columbus is like, oh, I didn't know how awesome it was. I'm glad I made it here. I like it here. So hopefully that reputation is getting out there.
Being the bachelorette capital of the world will only get you so far, Nashville.
Well, no, but see, that's the problem. It's like there are like 3 streets of Nashville where you just cannot go there unless you're in a bachelorette party, because it's just annoying as hell to be around. And I've been there. I've tried to park my car there. I've tried to drive around that area, and it is awful because every 5 seconds you've got like someone who's drunk in a white dress and cowboy boots going like, blah! And just like jumping in front of your car, and you're like, I know you're on the bachelorette party thing right now, but I'm trying to drive this automobile. I don't want to hit you. Please stay on the sidewalk. But they can't because they're just having a good time. It's their party. The Buckeyes, what are the odds for them next year to get to the national championship game? Well, according to FanDuel, Buckeyes and Notre Dame tied with the lowest odds, best odds to get to the national championship game, 13-2. I guess that's like 6.5 to 1 is a way to look at that. Indiana is third at 7-1. Texas is fourth at essentially 7.5 to 1. Oregon is 9 to 1. That is your top 5. Alabama, the best odds they have for them is 11th. So looks like, again, the rose is off the bud. I don't know, whatever that.
They're gonna fire that man, aren't they?
Kalen DeBoer?
Yeah. This is if he don't do it this year, like get deep into the playoffs, it's over.
Yeah, probably.
I think it is.
I mean, it's
this is and it's sad because he's got a quarterback who's essentially a first-time starter too. So
is it sad? I don't find it. I don't find it.
That's not sad. That
how much money is he? How much money? No, because how much money? It's not like when a normal person loses their job. How much money is he going to get to lose his job?
You know, and then what about his kids, T-Bone?
Yeah, what about
they
his
gotta
kids?
Go to different schools.
Oh no, damn! Guess what? No one complains about that when they take the job. There's never any of that when it's like I moved my kids from Washington State to rural Alabama or Tuscaloosa, whatever you call that. They don't complain when you're getting the job, but when they get fired, it's like, think of his poor family. Well, they had to move either way.
They lost a lot in the portal. They lost 21 people.
I know. We got a bunch of them from Ohio State.
They got 15 back, which ranks as the 16th ranked portal class.
We got to have a discussion, though, about like how we talk about portal, because I've seen some Buckeye reporters who have done this, where they're like, hey, you lost all these guys in the portal, but look how many they got back. And they'll cite things like, you know, you got rid of a wide receiver who barely played and is like a 4-star or 5-star who was like a freshman last year and barely played. That guy's leaving, and you're replacing him with a wide receiver who's like played actual games in college football. That is good.
They got a former Buckeye.
I agree that that's good. Who did they get?
Noah Rogers.
Oh.
The one he transferred to NC State.
Yeah.
Now he transferred to Alabama.
I see. I didn't realize that. But what I think is kind of disingenuous sometimes is when we're looking at portal edition for portal edition, we're neglecting to mention the fact, I forget who it was, one of the Buckeye bloggers did this, where someone called him out on it and basically said, hey, why are you only looking at the portal additions and subtractions? Because the Buckeyes also have to replace a bunch of guys who played, you know, meaningful snaps who are not leaving because of the portal. They're leaving because they're first-round picks in the NFL. They're leaving because they're graduating, and they have to replace some of those guys as well. And the Buckeye reporter's response was essentially, well, everybody was mad about the portal, so that's all I was comparing. It's like, okay, great. On the field, you have to replace All-Americans, like multiple positions. And I hope that some of these guys in the portal become All-Americans. I hope they show that this year. But we all have to be realistic and say the guys you got in the portal are not necessarily no doubt All-Americans. They were guys, a couple of them, like some of those defensive backs they got. They're all
Cam Calhoun or Terry Moore.
No, Terry Moore from Duke.
Earl Little Jr.
Were both, I want to say, either first or second team All-ACC. I know Terry Moore didn't play last year because he had a torn ACL, but like those guys were all conference, which is very good. And some of the best guys that are out there that were available. So that's great. But remember that you're trying to add this to a defense that had all-American talent, the guys that are going to go in the draft. So can those guys step up and replace that? Hopefully, yes. Same thing with those Alabama defensive linemen that you got. They're trying to replace, at least, you know, in the middle of the defensive line, you're trying to replace an All-American.
Well, they lost
Caden McDonald, right? So
I didn't realize that outside of the guys that Ohio State got from Alabama, they lost Keon Keeley, who was a big-time recruit coming out of high school. He left there, and he went to Notre Dame. But he was I don't know what he did at Alabama, but he was supposed to be like, Ohio State really wanted him. Let's just say that.
This is the new world order with college football. We all have to get used to it. I mean, you gotta look for 4- and 5-star guys. You still want your recruiting classes to be big, but you got to make your peace with the fact that they're probably only going to keep half of those guys going into year 2, right? And by year 3, it may be only half of those guys.
Yeah, the class thing, the recruiting class thing is irrelevant because if they don't play, they leaving. I mean, some of these players is literally going to these schools, these big name schools, just to get there, get coached up for a year, to transfer, to go somewhere else to get a bigger bag because people will say, you went to Alabama? Oh, let's get you and we're going to pay you X, Y, and Z. Or you can be a backup for a little bit less, like that type of thing. So it's really a stepping stone for, like, when you look at these new high school kids that's coming in, it's like, all right, they're potentially, more than realistically, they're probably not going to be here in 2 years.
Yeah, it's a new world. We just got to get used to it and adjust, and that's so does everybody else in college football, so that's how it works.
Completely off subject, you said New World Order. I thought of the NWO. Then I thought about how Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall are no longer with us. 2/3 of the NWO dead.
I know.
We're old.
Kevin Nash.
He's the lone survivor.
I know. Right. Wolfpack. Exactly right. He's a one-man Wolfpack now. It's kind of how that works, sad to say. Matthew Olivier, he's going to join us in 2 minutes from the Blue Jackets. We'll talk some Jackets hockey next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you're heading towards the city and taking 670 just passing the airport, please keep in mind the right shoulder is blocked on 670 westbound just beyond Airport and Cassidy Avenue because of a crash out there. And really, we're seeing the backups passing that 670 and 270 intersection closer to Gahanna. We also have an incident where the right shoulder is blocked on 71 southbound, just passing Hudson Street out there and just passing Linden. Be mindful of those delays this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, everybody, it's Berm here. Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. Listen, if you told me 4 weeks ago that I'd have lost 27 pounds, I would have asked you if I lost a limb. But here I am, 27 pounds down in 4 weeks and all my limbs intact, thanks to Awaken 180. Where'd that weight come from? My waist. I'm already down 3 notches on my belt. My face. Yeah, I can see my jawline. That's pretty cool. You don't gain 27 pounds in a week, so you don't really notice when the weight creeps on. But if you drop it quick, doing it the healthy way, you can watch 3, 5, or even 15 years of weight gain disappear just like that. The Awaken 180 app keeps me on track, and my coach, Mandy, ensures the weight keeps dropping off. But the results on the scale are the true motivation. I'm becoming a new me, and don't miss the old me or my approach to food and health. Well, maybe cheese on a burger, but that'll be back as soon as I'm on the maintenance part of the plan. That's the thing. You give up a tiny amount. In return, you get everything. Do what we all did and make your 180 with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, folks. Winter is here. The number one cost for everyone each month are those pesky heating bills that never stop increasing. It is time to take action and do something about it. Call USA Insulation today and get your home insulated with our premium foam for only $99 a month. Interest-free. That's right, $99 a month. You can have a warm, cozy home that you and your family deserves. 529-2440. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation. No hot takes, no dancing, plenty of stupid. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Every Wednesday, we get to talk to a Jackets player, and this week we get to talk to our guy, Matthew Olivier, winger for your Columbus Blue Jackets. Matthew, thanks for taking the time this morning. Tough loss last night. How are you feeling this morning, and what do you kind of assess happened there last night?
Yeah, good morning to you guys as well. Last night, to be fair, it was a hardly contested game. You got to give Ottawa some credit in the way they play. I think the first period wasn't really our best. We didn't come out really strong. We responded in the second with a really good period. And then the third period was kind of a little bit of a back and forth affair. And we get a bad bounce off our defenseman's stick, and they go back the other way and kind of get a lucky goal and make it 3-1. So, credit to Ottawa. They're a good team. They play hard. Sometimes that stuff happens, but I think the main thing is our start last night that kind of hurt us. That's something that we can control. The rest of the game, I thought we did a good job.
When you look at your next two upcoming games between Dallas and Tampa Bay, those are two really good opponents. Now that Bones is your coach, have y'all seen any different approach to these big-time games, or is it all still kind of the same?
Yeah, the message from Bones is obviously it's very detail-oriented in the way we want to play, the systems, certain situations that we have to handle a certain way. But I think the main message has been just have some swagger, have some confidence. We're a better team than our record shows, and we got to start thinking that way. And that comes with the confidence of playing against these big teams and having that swagger, like I said, of saying, hey, we belong with you guys. We can beat you guys, and we've proven it this year. We've beaten Tampa and we've beaten Dallas in their own buildings, and so, we beat Tampa at home, but we've beaten those teams, and so the message is right. We have to start playing with that kind of swagger, and we have. And last night I think we kind of strayed a little bit away from having that confidence. But, overall, since Bones has been here, that's been a big difference in the way we play.
Matthew Olivier joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Jackets back on the ice tomorrow against Dallas. We'll have all the action right here on the Fan. More on just, under Rick Bowness as he's kind of taken over. Like you said, I know he's trying to impart that swagger. Is that something that just sometimes hearing it from someone else, sometimes a different message? Obviously, I know it's rough to go through a transition where you lose your head coach midway through the season, and I know that the room has to feel a certain way about that. But hearing that message, hearing it from an outside source coming in fresh to this, has that given you guys a little bit of life just to be able to sit there and say, all right, we know we're not as bad as this, but does that message coming from a different person kind of get reiterated differently?
Yeah, the message changes, and that always that's always a good thing. Now, with that being said, I think when you go through a coaching change, the players, everyone has different reactions to it, but I think overall, we take a big part of responsibility in that. A person lost their job, a person, got let go for everyone's failure, in a sense. So that's a big, kick in the butt, if I can say that. And you want to make sure that, the change comes with some results that have, change as well. So, but to answer the other part of your question, the message from Bones is just like, let's just go out there and play how we play, have fun, and have no gray areas in our game. Everyone has to be on the same page. We have to play predictable hockey, and there's details in our game that we're trying to improve right now, and that we are improving, and that comes with a different message and a different way of doing things.
This year you are undefeated. You're like the Floyd Mayweather of fighting in hockey. Is there anybody that is a threat to actually put a loss in your column?
I think everyone is. I appreciate people, taking an interest in that and saying, oh, he's whatever record I have or blah, blah, blah. But I've lost hockey fights before in my career, and I'll probably lose some again. And, any given night, you're never safe, and all it takes is one punch. And I always respected that fact. And that's always my approach. And, that kind of approach, I think, has helped me in the sense that I don't take anyone lightly. And, that's when you start looking at people and not taking them seriously, next thing you know, someone comes out of the blue and gets you. So, no, for me, I don't, perfect people think that's awesome, and they give me a lot of credit, but everyone's a threat, and I'm not taking anyone lightly.
Ryan Reese has to give you a little bit of credit, too, I think, after that fight. You're not beating the allegations about being undefeated after that one, Matthew. That was a pretty great fight in its own right. Matthew Olivier joining us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. One more thing on the fighting front. I know that there's a lot more to your game than that. However, given that that's something that gets talked about, the goalie fight that happened with former Blue Jackets player Sergei Bobrovsky skating 200 feet. I mean, that's pretty rare. Did you have any tips for either of those goalies when they were trying to throw a few punches?
Well, I think that the entertainment value of that is great for the game. I think it's probably great for both of their teams. Those players were probably so fired up seeing that. Your goalie's arguably one of your most important players, and to have both of those goalies go out and do what they did, I thought it was pretty awesome. And for those teams, it was probably such an energy boost. So, as far as tips, I don't really have anything for them. I'm not used to fighting with that kind of equipment on. So, it's just the fact that they got out there and tried to get business done like that. It's hats off to them.
One more thing for you. I know that we're about, 8 games away before the big break there with the Olympic break that's coming up. I know you guys are, as pro athletes, you've been around the game a long time. You've got to focus in day to day. But is there a time where you guys do look up and say, hey, we can push to this point here, and then we get a bit of a break, we can get some health? Like, does that stuff factor in, or how do you block that out if you are just trying to stay focused game by game?
No, absolutely. There's always the day-to-day objectives and what we focus on, but there's the big picture as well. We know this push is very important. We've talked about it. And we believe that if we make a really good push here in the stand in the next few games, we're putting ourselves in a good position to come back after the break and finish the season strong. So, ever since, we've kind of acknowledged that, I believe we're 4-1. And, last night's a little bit of a misstep, but we're right back at it tomorrow. And like you said, that's kind of when you center back to day-to-day stuff, and you're like, okay, yeah, we're 4-1 and we're making this push, but what's the job at hand today, and what do we want to accomplish against the Dallas Stars, and how do we want to play? And so, when I think when you're away from the rink, that stuff you think about, but when you're at the rink and you have a job to do, whether it's practice or game day, that's when you stay in the moment and you focus on the job at hand.
Well, best of luck tomorrow night. We'll be all listening and watching. Of course, we'll have all the coverage right here on the Fan. Thanks for the time, Matthew. We appreciate it, all right?
Yeah, thank you, guys.
There you go. Matthew Olivier back on the ice tomorrow night with the Jackets taking on Dallas. That'll all start here on the Fan. Coverage at 6:30. Puck drop just after 7. All the action right here on the Fan. We'll come back, hit the buzzer next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, guys. Multiple crashes to report still on this Wednesday commute. The latest one is happening over on the west side, just as you're passing Hilliard. The right shoulder blocked on 270 southbound at that 70 intersection once again over on the west side. Still not looking any prettier, though, for our friends as you're heading downtown 70 eastbound at that 71 southbound intersection. That right lane is blocked down to 9 miles per hour for your travel times out there. We also have a disabled vehicle popping into our system not too long ago. Once again, downtown, the left shoulder is blocked on 670 eastbound, just passing Neal Avenue. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys and ladies, talking to you. Get real about your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free. And ladies, take $200 off the women's hormone test. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive pricing from other places. Synergenics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication and real results. Walk in or book an appointment at getmyhealthfix.com.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpractice your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career